Welcome, Grizzly fans, here at the Grizzly Den on a beautiful Saturday afternoon in September. I'm Al Potvin, voice of the Grizzlies. Joined with me is Scott Gross. Scott, they're getting captains meeting at the center of the field.
Yeah, you said a great day, and it is a great day. Probably high of about 65, 70 degrees. Clouds are kind of coming in and out. When they're in, it's a little cooler. When they're out, it's hot. You know, it seems like it's like a 15-degree temperature difference. I'm sure being
perfect afternoon.
There. But we've got a good matchup between Goffstown and Memorial today.
0-4 Memorial.
Yeah, Memorial has struggled, and you were speaking with the coaches earlier. They've got quite a few injuries.
Oh, my God.
This could be a challenging game just from backup perspective. Because in football, you know, guys get tired and banged up a little bit, but when you've got 9 or 10 guys out.
Well, yeah, not only that, you're going to see a lot of the Crusaders playing both sides of the ball. You got some key players, too. It's not just like they're the backup players, but, I mean, you're talking, starting running back, starting receivers now have to play safety and linebacker. These kids are going to get tired real quick.
So one thing that's kind of notable today is that we've got a pretty sparse crowd, a little bit unusual. I'm not sure what's going on today. Maybe there's some food truck festival somewhere, but there's a lot of
Grizzlies have won the coin toss, and it looks like they've chosen to receive. Unusual for the Grizzlies. I think they want an early start. I think that's a team-by-team basis decision, Scott. Wouldn't you agree?
Yep.
Maybe get a quick early lead. Also, interesting note for today, freshman number 16, Peyton Strickland, is dressing for today's game, Scott. He is a quarterback reminiscent of the Casey Gervais days, somebody told me. So perhaps if there's a certain spread in the game, we might even get to see a freshman quarterback.
Excellent. Yeah, I think Elliott Smith is out.
Elliott is out. Logan McDonald is out as well. The Grizzlies are in home red. They will be moving left to right across your TV screen. We got a fresh 12 minutes on the clock. The 29th of September.
Almost October. You believe that already?
I can't even believe it, Scott. It's flying by.
Yeah. And for those of you paying attention to the schedule, Goffstown is playing at Central this coming Friday. So six days from now, they'll be at Gill Stadium.
Set to kick to the Grizzlies. Low grounder, bouncing. Just covering that is number 43 for the Grizzlies. That's Jeffrey Hager.
Yeah,
Junior.
Hager was a real popular guy last week. I think about 3 or 4 kickoffs went to Hager. And unfortunately, he bobbled that one. But he had really good success last week, Sal.
Yeah. Just falling on it.
Yeah. But he was in similar positions last week, and he was running the ball up the middle for 10, 15 yards, giving Goffstown phenomenal field position most of the game.
Grizzly coming to the line of scrimmage by their senior quarterback, number 2. That's Charlie Keith. Set to his left is number 33, Jack Stinnett.
Big hole.
Right up the middle, big hole right to Jack. That's a first down and more. He's at about the 44-yard line. That's a first down already on the first play for the Grizzlies.
And that's a tackle by Colin LaFleur, senior.
Grizzlies wasted no time for a huddle, going right into it with a shotgun. That's Keith. Keeps it himself, rolls to the left, has a big gap, cuts back towards the middle, trying to get some yardage. Picks up about 3 yards on the play.
Number 75 in on the tackle for Memorial. The interesting thing there was I thought that Charlie was going to cut that outside. I thought he had.
Yeah, and then he kind of did a little juke and cut it back right in the middle. Shotgun this time, Charlie Keith right up the middle across midfield. He's close to the first down, maybe just shy by a nose of a football, Scott. Let's see where they place
that
this.
That was Adam Anderson on the tackle, number 30.
Scott, I think they're going to be just shy of a first down by probably just by a football.
It's a yard. It's a 3rd and 1 for Goffstown.
Keith in the shotgun. Stinnett right up the middle, gets it easily, still on his feet. He's across the 40, down at the 38-yard line.
Number 7, Giovanni Hartford. And there's an injury.
Yeah, we're going to have an injury timeout here with 10:55 remaining in the first quarter rather. Grizzlies pick up their second first down.
And Memorial can ill afford to have any more injuries, especially to a lineman, and he looks hurt because he threw his helmet.
Keith this time, Stinnett lines up on the right, cuts across. Keith has it ripped up, being dragged.
Yeah,
really gets nowhere. Maybe a half a yard on the possession.
Number 30, Adam Anderson, was the first to wrap up Keith, and he grabbed him down by his jersey.
Not slowing the Grizzlies down. 2nd and 8, 10:30 remaining on the clock. Keith rolling to his left immediately, looking to pass, going deep, has an open receiver, blocked nicely by.
And we have a flag here in the backfield. You know, I have to say, you know, my humble opinion is when Charlie rolls to his left.
Well, that's a tough throw, Scott.
It's a tough throw. He doesn't get enough on it. If he gets enough on it, that's a touchdown.
Why not run that same play but rolling to the right? Rolling to the left and then throwing right.
He's much more accurate when he rolls to his right. When he rolls to his left, he's off balance when he throws the ball. It's all upper body strength. He gets no lower body into it. It's like we're going to have, a hold here?
Yeah, that's a holding against Goffstown.
A 10-yard penalty against Goffstown. That's going to set up about, a 2nd and 18 at least. Maybe more than that.
Wow.
Wow, that's a big time. That's 2nd and 25.
Wow. Okay,
so it's 10 yards from the spot. 10 yards from the spot of the foul, I guess. And
Charlie looking right, keeping right, looking left, right up the middle.
Screen, and it's a drop. Stinnett can't hold on to it. There was your screenplay that I've been asking for a couple of weeks. And this is a big 3rd down and 25. So Goffstown, Allen, who was really just steamrolling Memorial there.
I mean,
self-inflicted wounds with that holding
a lot of confidence, moving the ball well. Keith, 3rd and long. He's looking to go deep. He's going left.
See how he's off his back foot again?
Pass is incomplete. Intended for number 4. That's Leahy. Pass is incomplete. That's going to bring up 4th and long. I would assume we're going to see Lefebvre come out here.
You're not going to see Lefebvre, as Lefebvre has a cast on his wrist. And he can't catch the ball.
All right, well, that's a problem.
So you're going to see somebody else punting.
Looks like number 23?
Yeah.
Zach Picard. He's a sophomore, 5'8", 181.
They should snap the ball right now.
While they're on the field. Look at all these players.
And they're calling a timeout for Memorial. They don't know what's going on there. Players on and off the field. I don't think they even had 11 guys. So
with 10:06 remaining on the clock, Crusaders call a timeout.
Yeah, I saw Eric Lefebvre, who plays left tackle and who punts for Goffstown. He had a cast on his right hand.
Well, that certainly makes it difficult to catch the ball.
Yeah, so he won't be doing many punting duties. And Eric has a great leg. So that's a little bit of a loss for the Goffstown special teams.
I don't think we've seen the sophomore punt. Picard. I haven't seen Picard.
His brother is on the line.
Yeah, that's Josh Picard's brother, right?
Yeah. So
Picard is on the line.
Picard will be blocking for the punter, Picard.
And here's the snap.
Is it number 27?
Good snap. Gets a good foot on it.
Good kick.
Excellent kick.
And
nice
a fair
and high.
catch.
Yep.
So number 27.
Crusaders will take over 1st and 10 from their own 30-yard line.
So I'm just going to I love all of our opponents. You know, they're really good. But when you give us a roster that's not in numerical order,
this is really
you're killing us here.
You're killing us is right. I mean, how?
So
we got a page of names.
I got a page of names, and it's like, you know, that's just not good. So if the AD from Memorial is listening,
well, you know how they did it. They did seniors, juniors.
I get it, but
that's crazy.
You can sort Excel in different ways.
Exactly.
Sort on column A.
Quarterback duties will be the job of Chris Coburn. He's a senior for Memorial. Hands it off right to 23. Let me try to find who 23 is. Oh, my God. Scott, you're right. This is ridiculous. Yeah. Robert Fuller gets the handoff from Coburn. Picks up about 6 yards on the play, maybe 5.
Yeah, Josh Juneau on that tackle. But they picked up a good 5 yards on that over that right side of that line.
Coburn, this time, Lee in the backfield.
And there's a gang tackle.
There's nowhere to go.
Goffstown, led by Charlie Keith, number 2, going both ways. And keep in mind, too, you can see this from your screen here. Goffstown is playing about 8 defenders on the line here. You know, you do a play-action pass here, you could be in trouble if you're Goffstown. Excellent
defense shown by the Grizzlies right there. We're just under 9 minutes.
Yeah, but look how many guys are in the box, Al. I mean, it's a lot.
They're going to have a hard time running that ball. Coburn rolling to a right, looking, passing, has an open receiver.
And he drops
Pass intended for number 10. That's Colin LaFleur.
That was a first down drop. So they'll have to punt now. Sloppy play here by both teams.
Well, that's that's a really quick time of possession for the Crusaders.
Yeah, only about a minute or two.
If they're going to continue that, it's going to be a really quick game.
Yeah, 75 is back on the field for Memorial.
Set back for the Grizzlies is number 7, Ben Dodge, along with number 12, Teixeira.
And again, they've got issues not having the right guys on the field for special teams.
No, they really don't have a big team, Scott.
Yeah, no.
I don't know if the cameraman had a high snap. A lot of pressure for the Grizzlies. That's going to go right to Dodge. Dodge picks it up cleanly. That'll be Grizzly ball at the 35-yard line. 1st and 10. We'll see what Charlie can do. We're on his second possession for the Grizzlies offense.
You know, I respect the fact that we want to be safe, but Ben Dodge he's been calling fair catches. That's a ball that was. I mean, the 3 or 4 that I've seen him receive a punt, they've all been fair catches. But looks like to me he's got a little bit of room to run.
For the second set of possessions for the Grizzlies, Keith set back on his own 30, and we got whistles already.
Timeout, Memorial.
Timeout, Memorial again.
Timeout, Memorial.
You hear frustration coming from the Memorial bench.
Yeah, what was that?
No, it's just like they're not communicating as to who should be on the field, and that's a problem. You got to, if you go out and you need to get an equipment check or something, you got to let others know. You got to let the coaches know. Because then they got to sub somebody else in there.
Yeah.
So it's all about communication.
Well, there was one coach screaming over it. Was he upset with the clock? Or was he?
No, I think he was upset with the fact that there was a player over there that probably should have been on the field, and you got to check out. You got to let your coaching staff know that you're going over to the sideline.
If there's an issue with equipment or injury.
Right, exactly. A lot of this is game management, and you don't see this typically in the 5th game of the season.
Keith in the shotgun, rolling left, looking left immediately. Has an open receiver. That's Leahy. Cuts the sideline. He's down at the 39-yard line. 1st and 10. Big pickup for the Grizzlies.
He was wide open. Nice pass by Charlie Keith to Leahy, and there was a lot of speed there. There's no doubt about it. Leahy's pretty fast.
A lot of green to work with, too.
Yeah,
I mean, he's rolling.
Right.
I can't understand why Keith is keep running plays and rolling to his left. This is a quick little pass up the middle. Deflected. Pass intended for Dodge. Knocked down the official on the play. He helps him up. That stops the clock. In the backfield with Charlie Keith is number 6. That's Josh Juneau.
Yeah, Juneau had a monster game, as did Sinet last week. Both of them scored 2 touchdowns apiece.
Keith keeps it himself. Fakes the handoff right up the middle. Big hole. He's being dragged. He's pushing the pile. He's moving the pile. That's going to be just shy of a first down, or is he over?
On that
That's
one,
a first down.
Yeah, led by Marcus Rush. And I think he plays, was it right tackle? And I think he pulled, he plays right tackle, and he pulled right up the middle and led that one. And White also.
A lot of running room today for Charlie.
Yeah.
A lot of options. Juneau, no. Charlie's rolling to his right. He's
throw it away. Throw it away.
Throw the ball away.
Yeah.
That's a big loss of about 10 yards on the play.
Yeah, number 30's got to be a little bit careful there. You don't want to get a personal foul for piling on.
Yeah. But you're right. Rolling right, if the guy's on your back,
throw it away.
You feel the pressure, throw the ball out of bounds.
Yeah.
That's a loss of 10 yards on the play.
And all he has to do is throw it to the yard marker. That's it. He's out of the pocket. You throw it back to the line of scrimmage, out of bounds.
Charlie keeps it himself right up the middle. He's across.
Great block.
Still has some blockers. Heads to the sideline and ripped down out of bounds. Just gets back 1 yard of the original line of scrimmage.
Awesome block there by the club, Eric Lefebvre, with a cast on number 57. But he also came from the left tackle position.
I'm surprised they let him play with a hard cast like that.
Yeah, they're allowed to. And he pulled all the way to the right, and he led that block.
7 minutes on the clock. Clock is starting again. Charlie Keith in the shotgun. Juno to his left. 3 receivers wide out on the top of your screen. Charlie rolling left. Passes up. Intended for Leahy. That's out of bounds. He was out at about the 10-yard mark. Pass is incomplete. Just too far out of the hands of Leahy.
It's interesting there. There's a little bit of a pass rush by Memorial, and I don't know which offensive lineman, but he gave him a little push, and they let him go.
Yeah.
You got to stay on your guy. And that didn't give Charlie Keith enough time, obviously. I mean, if he stays between him and Charlie can do something, but it looked like he gave him one little bump and let him go by.
Keith comes to the line of scrimmage. 4th down, 9 yards to go. He's looking. Has a wide open receiver that's dodged. That would have been a touchdown, but he put it down by his ankles.
Can't make the throw.
Tough grab for Dodge. That's going to be over a turnover of downs.
Yep.
Crusaders will have their second possession. 1st and 10 from their own 28-yard line.
Yeah, Charlie struggled a little bit with the arm this year. There's no doubt about it. His decisions on the read option have been very good. He's a strong runner, but the accuracy of his throws have been a bit of a challenge. And then when he does make some good throws, his guys have dropped him.
Sure.
So it's been a tough year on the passing side for Goffstown.
Coburn really nowhere to go.
Oh,
My
poor
gosh,
guy.
The penetration so early by Cuddy was unbelievable.
Yep.
On the tackle there, I'm sorry, Scott, 54.
Yep.
Fragos.
And he had a big game last week.
Did you see how fast Cuddy got in there, though?
Yeah. He broke it right up. He was in there before the ball was even
oh, my
handed
gosh.
off.
I think he's going to have a field day today.
He did last week. He was very dominant against Concord, as was Fragos. Looks like we got some cupcakes coming up here.
Oh, nice. Lovely.
Although I haven't gotten any names from kids who are going to kick the field
goals. So then
the
cupcakes by default go to the announcers. Coburn, quick pass, lob pass right over the middle. Pass is complete to number 27. I wish I could see.
So
I'm going through a list of.
It's interesting, Alan, is that I talk about this a lot. When the defense is rushing hard and they're getting into your backfield, you got to come up with the play that'll soften that up, and that's a screen. And Memorial did a center screen on that play and picked up quite a few yards.
Picked up 3 yards on the play. Nice little lob pass. It's almost like he, delicately tossed it over the fence. We get some flags.
We've got a whistle. So we've got Steve Largy here, who was your substitute last week.
Oh, fantastic. Listen, Steve, how are you, sir?
And after last week.
And he brought cupcakes.
Yeah, but they're supposed to be for the kids kicking field goals, but I didn't get any names because I was like, you do? Okay.
There we go.
You'll get them?
You go recruit the kickers.
You get the kickers, and we'll do it.
There we go.
All right. So Steve he's making us look bad, by the way. He's like so talented. I mean, not only he's a teacher, but he is so good at doing this.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
We can pass over the torch when we retire.
Yes. Well, if and when.
Coburn in the shotgun, looking left, rolling left, quick short pass out. Hanault is there for the tackle.
I love that tackle.
Picked up about 5. Yeah, nice grab and wrapped him up
really
nice and low.
Textbook tackle by Hanault on that one.
That was Anderson on the reception from Coburn.
And we got a long 4 and about 8. I think Hanault's going to be a player. There's no doubt about it.
That was a great tackle.
Yeah, he's a 10th grader. He's got a head for the ball. If I see a fair catch here, I'm going to cry.
Oh, not even blocked punt. Ball is bouncing. Picked up by Fuller.
Keith on the tackle.
Grizzlies excellent
along
field
with
possession.
Cuddy on the tackle. I'm not sure who got a hand on that one.
by number 39, Josh Picard.
Josh Picard with the block.
Goffstown will take over 1st and 10 at the Memorial 28-yard line.
4:44 remaining on the clock.
A big special teams play by Goffstown with Picard blocking it.
No score here, Scott. Interesting
a little surprising.
And that there's no score in the first
quarter.
quarter.
This is what, if you remember last year when we went to Memorial where we had
very tough.
Last year's team was semifinal team, and Memorial, we barely beat them. I think it was like 7-6 or 7-0.
It was a very close game.
Close. So
Grizzlies hustling to the line of scrimmage. Keith with Stinnett. Keith keeps it. He's looking deep. He's looking for a pass. Pass is complete this time.
Interference. Should have been a flag on that one.
Is that Dodge? Pass is complete to Ben Dodge.
Yeah, and number 1, he hit him before Dodge was there. So you should have seen a flag on that. That was Jonathan Lee, who was a little aggressive there.
That's first down for the Grizzlies. 1st and 10 on the 16 of the Crusaders.
Now I have to get out of the way because I'll get Broden yelling at me.
Keith rolling to the left, keeps it himself, comes right up the middle.
Yeah.
He gets
hammered.
He gets slung forward
by number 65. And hold on, we got Alex Ashu.
He looks like he's slow to get up. We got an official's timeout.
Yeah, he got thrown down pretty good.
Yeah, he really did.
And we might see a different quarterback, right?
Yep. You may see the freshman Peyton Strickland or Hanal.
That is not good. I worry when you get
Hanal's going to the quarterback's coach right now.
When you get thrown down like that, you worry shoulder.
Yeah, shoulder, collarbone.
Yeah, and I'm telling you,
the coach is coming out to
he got thrown down hard. I'm talking real hard. And anytime the head coach goes out, there's a sense of urgency and concern. There's no doubt about it. You saw the way that he got.
Well, he got flung down. In the NFL, that's a flag. That's a personal foul. There's no question. I can't believe it's not a personal foul here in high school football.
And that's where both running backs and any ball carrier, for that matter, is vulnerable on those types of situations, especially their shoulders.
Scott,
when you get tackled.
I'm looking around the field here, and in the end zone where the Grizzlies are headed, there seems to be, looks like maybe some coaches perhaps of Central.
Yep.
They're in the gray and green. They're scoping out, get an early scouting team, get an idea of what's happening for next Friday night.
You don't know in these situations. Did he just get the wind knocked out of him? And
I think he has to come out of the game at least for a play.
And sometimes when you get, you land on your back, the wind comes out of you. And that feels like you're almost going to die.
4:12 on the clock. Grizzlies are 2nd and 3 from the Crusader 9-yard line.
So Jared Hanault looks like he's the QB.
Hanault in the shotgun with Stinnett to his left.
And they're waiting. They got to wait till
Charlie limps off the field. Maybe it's a leg injury, lower body.
Or he could just be woozy. And it's hard to tell in those situations whether or not, sometimes your head bangs against the ground. It could be
and the clock has started.
Things.
Hanault in the shotgun. 4 minutes on the clock. Handoff to Stinnett. Bumps to the outside after going up the middle. He's awfully close.
He's about a yard shy. And that was a nice bit of running by Stinnett. He went up the middle, then bounced out to the left, bounced out to the left some more.
He was bobbing and bouncing and picks up a first down, and we're going to have 4 tries at the 1.
The good thing for Goffstown is I think if they chose to, they can run the ball a lot today and be successful.
Oh, I think so.
And that's
we're going to get some whistles.
And probably motion on Goffstown it is. Motion by Goffstown player. And that's, again, at an inopportune time. You got a first down and 1 on the 1-yard line. So first and goal. And now you're going to be first and goal at the 6.
Yeah.
So, again, those are the mistakes you just
can't have. They still get 4 tries. I'm confident we're going to put points on the board. But
I know that. But, first and goal on the 1 now, that makes it just that much harder.
To Stinnett. Right up the middle.
He gets tackled, though.
He's at the 3-yard line.
By number 30. And Adam Anderson, and number 1 was Jonathan Lee.
2nd and goal from the 4-yard line.
From the 4. 3:20 on the clock.
Number 30 is a bit of a showman, I see. Every time he makes a tackle.
Oh, is he?
He's got a little bit of
got to do a little
dance.
Hanault to Stinnett. In the end zone, that's a touchdown. That's 6 points for the Grizzlies at 3:09 in the first period. Grizzlies put points on the board.
So Stinnett with his third touchdown in the last 2 games. He had a great game last week. We interviewed Josh Juno, who also had an awesome game. Can only interview so many guys, Alan. But Stinnett really showed off his talents. Juno, I was kind of giving him
Gibson set to kick for the extra point.
High
snap. Kick is up.
And
it's just wide.
Good. No good.
You know, he was kicking field goals at about the 30-40 mark with consistency and plenty of leg. Interesting that, a little bit of pressure.
And I was calling Juno I-93, man. That guy just runs north-south, man, and hard.
Really?
Yeah, he was just running so hard. He doesn't have to.
Did Charlie go to Jared? Did he go to Jared?
No, because Jared was out.
No, it's like the
did he go to Jared? Yeah,
he went to Jared.
You know what's interesting, special teams-wise, I'd say a third of the snaps have been high, right?
Yeah.
And I think this is something you got to practice. If you're the long snapper, and that's your job, you keep practicing. And the other thing that in high school, I'm pretty sure you cannot. You can't have a nose tackle above the snapper.
Correct.
It's pretty much you're free to snap the ball.
Your job is to snap.
Your job is to snap, and if there's no pressure coming over top of you, you should be able to be a little more effective than 60%, I'm thinking. But
set to kick, David Gibson. He's a senior, 6'3", 170. Grizzlies are on the board with 6. 3:09 in the first quarter remain. Good, excellent kick.
To number 7.
And here come the Crusaders up the sideline. He's out of bounds.
Hinault
at about the 32-yard line. On the reception was Giovanni Hartford.
Yeah, so Hager and Hinault force him out of bounds, and he's going to be at, what, about the 35-yard line or 36?
32.
32. So any word on Charlie Keith?
I don't see him. Beth might be assessing this situation behind that wall of red.
Yeah. So again, look how many are in the box for Goffstown.
But Scott, look also, 8, there's no wide receivers there. They are a tight box. Fuller with the little pitch out to 27. Ooh. That's Noel. He's out of bounds, knocked out of bounds by Putnam and
Colby Juno. Putnam laid some lumber on number 1.
And number 22, Colby Putnam.
If you're a defensive player, you almost relish those situations when you can just
lower your shoulder,
and boom. So we had this kid on the team, the JV kid, Dennis, last week.
He's dressed here today.
He laid out a kid.
Oh, he's a big boy.
Last week, and he just didn't show any emotion after he did.
Look at how tight the formation is. Lee in motion, pitched over to Lee. He drops the ball. It's a loose ball. Cuddy is there.
Yeah, Cuddy tried to push the guy out of the way.
It's a loss of 6 yards on the play for the Crusaders.
Yeah. I saw what Cuddy was trying to do. He saw that the Memorial defender was going to jump on it, so he was trying to push him away from the ball, and he wasn't able to do so. And Memorial was able to jump on that one. Big, long 3rd and 17 for the Crusaders.
At 2.5 minutes here in the first quarter.
Does Goffstown change up their defense here, knowing that you got a pass play coming? I can't imagine you're going to put that many in the box again.
Well, Coburn has to air it out. It's 3 and 17. Yeah. Their running game hasn't gotten more than 10 yards combined.
Up motion.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, number 7 jumped.
That's Hartford.
Giovanni Hartford.
False start penalty against Memorial.
And that's a tough one.
Boy, puts them right back. Grizzlies going to have an excellent possession regardless of.
Here you got to be careful, too. The ball's obviously going to get thrown. And Hager, I think, goes into the game for Goffstown. Good hands.
Hager comes in for Stinnett.
Right. You don't want to – obviously, if you can get an interception, you get it, but you want to make sure that you don't give up a long play. And that was what saved Goffstown last week. They didn't give up any big plays, Alan.
Coburn set up in the shotgun, moving back, looking left. Under pursuit.
Tackled.
Right, that's Cuddy. Cuddy with a big sack at the right time. Loss of more yardage. That'll put the Grizzlies at the 6. Boy.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Cuddy is just – the last 2 games, he's really been getting in there.
The pressure is unbelievable that he puts.
So now it's 4th down and 30. See, here is not a bad situation for a fair catch.
Right. Well, I'm going to tell you the Grizzlies might be inside the 20.
Yeah.
When this is
done.
Look,
see how they're dropping 2 back now, which is a wise move.
We got Putnam and Dodge set back to receive. They're inside the 40-yard high snap.
Yep. Blocked again.
Bouncing ball. Oh, the Grizzlies. Oh, no.
They got it. The Goffstown recovered. But
Goffstown recovers on the play after a bouncing ball.
Yeah,
hits Putnam.
That was like a pinball machine.
And then Dodge. The good coverage. Give it to the Crusaders for good special teams coverage on that play.
And they're able to get out of a jam there. So once again, special teams has hurt Goffstown in terms of missed extra points. This situation here.
1 minute remaining here in the first quarter. Scott, you would never imagine the way things started for the Grizzlies that would only have 6 on the board.
I agree. And, with only a minute to play here in the first, I thought they'd be up by a lot more.
Juno off to the left side. Read nicely by Fuller for the Crusaders.
Tackled by number 33. Fuller. Is it 33?
23.
23. Yeah.
Robert Fuller, gain of 2 yards on the play.
So Hinault is still out there.
Charlie has his uniform off, Scott, on the left side of the sideline. Don't know what that indicates, but meanwhile, we got Hinault in the shotgun. To Juno. Hinault keeps it himself, bumps out to the left side. He got running room. He's across the 25, and he's inside the 25.
Another nice block by Marcus Rush, junior for Goffstown. Again, these guys are pulling.
Grizzlies set up a new, fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 from the 24. Juno takes it up the middle. He's dodging, he's spinning.
Holding on to the ball, right? And that was number 1.
Lee on the tackle.
Yep.
Yeah, it looks like they're wrapping Charlie's arm or shoulder or something. That's going to do it, Scott, for the first quarter. Grizzlies lead by 1 on a beautiful afternoon here in Goffstown at the Grizzly Den. We're high above the Grizzly Den in the Eagle's Nest. We'll come right back.
Yeah, so it's kind of hard to tell what is going on there.
Okay, we're live. We don't have commercials, Scott, I guess.
Yeah,
we're live.
Yeah, commercial break. There's no commercial break.
There's no commercial break.
Television, so
we got to fill the space even at halftime?
Yeah, you have to. Well, I don't think at halftime. Then you put on like the commercials.
Yeah, right? There are no commercials.
Today's, our broadcast today is sponsored by somebody, right? We'll talk about some restaurant.
Yeah, where have you been?
Well, we got the cupcakes and the Blue Moose.
We do got some cupcakes here today. Oh, we got highlights going on right now or at halftime? Halftime, we're going to have highlights.
We can talk about Ty. Ty is our new.
Ty is our new iPad coordinator.
Yeah.
Excellent. And Ty, welcome to the team.
Soon to be cameraman.
Soon to be cameraman.
We're doing recruiting at all. So Ty, what grade are you in? He's a sophomore.
Sophomore.
There you go.
Outstanding. Just a sophomore.
2 more years. 2 more years of GTV. Road
He'll
games.
be going to ESPN after that.
That's it. Hey, listen, everybody gets their start somewhere.
Exactly. Boy, Scott, you know what I'm noticing here? Just a lack of energy and spirit. The score is only 6-0.
Yep.
They're playing well, but there is no emotion on this sideline of the Crusaders. Hinault, we got some flags. We're going to have false start on Goffstown.
I tell you, if you're Coach Huff, you really can't be happy here.
No.
And I say that because it's just been sloppy. This is like the
we're hurting ourselves.
Right, fourth penalty, I believe already. One of them was a real killer for Goffstown in terms of stopped a drive with that holding.
Hinault with 3 wide on the top of your screen. He's looking right. He's going left, right up the middle. Bobbled by number 12. That's Teixeira.
I mean, when the quarterback puts it on your hands perfectly like that, you got to catch those.
Scott, I'm going to tell you, I'm impressed with the passing abilities of Hinault. I mean, he's putting the ball right where it has to be.
Between him and Elliott Smith, who's not playing, I mean, Goffstown's got some quarterbacks.
And you even have this freshman that's dressed for today, this Strickland.
Well, good thing they did dress him. I mean, you think about it, right? And hopefully Hinault stays healthy.
Hinault, 3 wide out, top of your screen. He's going deep. Has an open receiver to
what
Dodge.
A catch.
What a nice catch on the fingertips to Dodge. That's another 6 points. And there's no laundry on the field. That's 6 points for the Grizzlies.
That was an amazing throw by Hinault. I'm talking about he led Dodge right down
He
the seam.
didn't have to slow down, and only Dodge could touch the ball.
I'm just telling you, that was about as good as a throw you're ever going to see.
Set to kick the extra point.
Oh, never mind.
What a beautiful throw.
No, they're going to go for 2, Scott, and why not?
Well, I think you go for 2. Why not? Because you're right. You want to make this a 14-0 game.
A lot of room to roll to the right. Put a couple receivers right in that far corner.
It's like they're confused on the play.
Hinault and Juneau. Bottom of your screen is Putnam. They're going to roll right. We're going to get a penalty here.
And another
false start.
False start by Goffstown. That'll change the calculus here for Goffstown. They'll bring out the kicking team with Gibson. The key here is that...
Now, Scott, why is that? It's just that they move the ball back too far?
You're going to move the back 5 yards, and now you're talking about like an 8-yard play to get it in.
Still.
Well,
You only get one shot.
Gibson has a good...
Gibson definitely has the
Gibson
kick.
has a good leg.
Oh,
it's just,
no question.
You know, the key is you got to get a good snap.
He's at the 15. Add 10 for the end zone.
Yeah.
It's a 25-yard kick. Good snap. Plenty of leg, but he shanked it left.
Yeah, he mushed it left.
Sometimes I hit the golf ball like that. I don't come around. My hands are too quick, and it just shanks left like that. Duck hook, we call it. All right, well, that's 12 points on the board for the Grizzlies with 11:45 remaining in the first half on a sunny afternoon in September. Your Goffstown Grizzlies lead by 12.
Yeah, it looked like Gibson just he just kind of short kicked it looked like. You know?
But it was an excellent snap.
Yeah, well.
It was a perfect snap.
It was a good snap.
It was an excellent snap.
Good snap.
I thought it was excellent. It was right there. It was right there.
Like
Laces were out.
No,
excellent.
It was a quail going out there.
Oh.
Come on. I want to see that tight. I want to see that tight spiral.
It's not like Aaron Rodgers pass.
Like the NFL. Alan, you got to aspire for the tight spiral on the snap. You got to aim high.
Once Jeremy Hinault comes back from injury, you'll see that.
Gibson set to kick. Set back to receive. Is that 27? And Hartford, number 7.
He got underneath that one, yeah.
That's Hartford. Giovanni Hartford gets that at about the 20. He's still on his feet. Knocked down at the 28-yard line.
Number 3.
Manchester will be 1st and 10 from their own
Tackled
28.
by Jared Hinault.
Tackled by number 3, Jared Hinault.
All over.
Does this guy do anything?
Yeah.
I mean, he's like everywhere.
Memorial starts 1st and 10.
Did you say there's another Hinault on the team?
Yes, he's injured, though.
Really?
Yeah.
What is he? It's his
They're twin brothers.
What does he do?
I think everything else. Long snapper.
Oh, so it's Hinault to Hinault.
Yeah, he has something wrong with his arm, though. I think he hyperextended or something like that.
Charlie over there, yeah.
Keith is...
he's warming up.
Yeah.
But you know what?
Maybe
Scott,
it was a
call
rib.
me crazy.
Yeah. Why?
Give him a break.
Why? Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Why?
Do you need him today?
Why?
Coburn, again, tight formation, keeps it himself, wrapped up right away by 34. That's Baxter. But, Scott, getting back to that, give Charlie a break.
I agree.
Big game next week against Central.
Yeah, let him rest.
Hinault's getting the job done. We got a 12-point lead going into the half. I think we're going to put 1 or 2 more on the board before we even go. It's going to be 24-0. What do we need Charlie for? Give him a break.
So you got Mike Levesque playing safety now.
So we're already starting to see some substitutions here, which Coach Huff has been a stand-up guy, giving a lot of kids opportunities. That's Coburn. Pass is complete.
Tackled by number 12.
Pass was
Jonathan
complete
Teixeira.
to number 10. That's LaFleur.
First down. Number 12, Jonathan Teixeira on the tackle for Goffstown. 1st and 10.
1st and 10 for the Crusaders. Scott, I think that's their first down
I agree.
conversion.
I think it's the first down of the game for them.
Coburn this time with that's Hartford in the backfield. Nope. He gives it to Fuller. Fuller picks up about 3 to 4 yards on the play.
Number 23, Robert Fuller on the carry.
And out goes Levesque. In comes number
That's Dodge.
7, Dodge.
Gain of 4 yards on the play. 2nd and 6 from the Memorial 43-yard line.
Cuddy's doing a little bit of
housekeeping there on Picard's uniform.
So we got a chance to see Cuddy up close and personal
I was
on
thinking
this
the
one.
exact same thing right here. I want to see Cuddy. Fuller in motion. Coburn, quick pass out on the flat. Picked up Another 5 yards. Oh, looked like he threw a swing there. That's number 27. That's Noel.
That's no, a little shy.
Just shy of the first down?
By about a foot.
Great play for the Crusaders.
Yeah. But that was a good job by Goffstown defense in a way, because the first player contained him, forced him to the outside and to get help. Didn't allow the player to cut back, and that was what was killing Goffstown, by the way, was those cutbacks.
We got a new quarterback checking in for Memorial. Looks like that's number 5. He's been quarterback all day. That's Coburn.
It's like they're trying to.
Hartford is in the backfield. Fuller in motion. Keeps it himself. Coburn.
Gets the first. Good job.
He gets the first down for sure. Across midfield at the Grizzly 48-yard line. That'll be 1st and 10 with 9:14 remaining here in the first half as the Crusaders trail the Grizzlies by 12.
And that was a good job by Memorial's left side of their line, and Coburn just went right over that left side to pick up a couple of yards for the first down.
Just enough yards.
Yep.
Would do all he needed.
You're right. I think Memorial needs to play with a little bit more emotion. They're doing that, I think, on this drive, but their sideline seems too quiet.
Way too quiet. Well, there's only about 12 of them. I mean, right up the middle to Hartford.
Yeah, so he bounced off.
Picked up maybe 2 yards on the play.
Yeah, and nice sportsmanship there by Memorial, helping up a Goffstown player. You like to see that in high school ball.
2 yards on the play, 2nd and 8 from the Grizzlies' 47-yard line.
Sun comes out. Temperature goes up about
feels nice.
10 degrees.
Yeah, easy. Coburn with Hartford and Fuller. He's looking to pass.
Nice pass.
Pass is complete to LaFleur. Picks up a first down. Second first down for the Crusaders.
Tackled by number 26, Josh Juneau.
8:13 on the clock. They're moving the chains. Here come the Crusaders, trying to make it interesting to go into the half.
I agree. I mean, they're saying
they're not going anywhere.
We're not going anywhere. And a touchdown by Memorial makes this game a little too close for comfort if you're Goffstown, because they've dominated in this first half. But Memorial right now is on a charge. No doubt about it. Momentum is shifting.
Momentum is shifting. It's almost like they're running downhill at this point.
Yeah.
Coburn with Hartford in the backfield. Fuller again in motion.
Nice cut
back. Right to Noel. Cuts back. He's going to the outside. Oh, he's got a face mask. Easily a face mask.
Yeah, they don't call that on the offense, though. That's the issue, is that unless you actually
Scott, he actually curled his fingers around that mask.
They don't.
From here, you could see the curl of the fingers.
They typically don't call that. I don't know why, but they don't.
I don't have a problem with a good stiff arm, but when you curl those fingers around that mask.
Here comes number 80,
for
Jose
the Grizzlies.
Paez.
Coburn, Hartford, and Fuller. Coburn rolling right, looking to pass. Pass is complete to Noel, number 27. That's another first down for the Crusaders.
Right, so what they're doing is they're taking advantage of throwing over the middle against Goffstown's linebackers.
And they're realizing, we don't have to be in this tight formation with no receivers. You spread out the receivers, you spread out the defense. There's going to be some holes, and Coburn is picking them apart.
Right, so initially they were looking to run the ball a lot, and now they're very content with getting quick 5-yard passes and see what they can pick up.
Well, because they're picking up 5, 6, 7 yards a play. 6:45 remaining on the clock in the first half. Grizzlies lead by 12.
Fumble.
Coburn falls on the ball.
Yep.
I believe that's Goffstown ball. Wow. And see, the Crusaders, it was all Crusader momentum. All of a sudden,
done.
One turnover,
play.
and now the Grizzlies have the ball, 1st and 10 from their own 15. That's deeper than 15, isn't it, Scott?
Yeah, so
maybe
Picard picks up that fumble recovery.
Was it a bad snap? I didn't get to see that.
I don't know. It's kind of a shame for Memorial. I mean, they look good on that drive.
If you're Memorial, you got to come back and keep doing the same thing. Keep those short passes going.
You got to stop Goffstown's offense, and looks like Charlie Keith, number 2, is back in the game.
Yep, Charlie's back in. 6:37. Sends it to Stinnett. He's moving his feet. He's driving the pile.
He didn't get much, though.
No, picked up maybe 1 or 2 on the play.
And here's the other thing, too, is that, we don't know the extent of, he's back in the game, Charlie, but if he's not 100%, and he's trying to,
See, and I don't know. I'm not. I think I would have made it.
2nd and 8 from the Grizzlies' 15-yard line.
So it must have been a rib or something like that to a certain degree.
Fake handoff to Dodge. This is Charlie keeping himself. He's moving that pile. Easily picks up the first down. This time he's approaching the 30-yard line. He's at about the 27.
Memorial player got hurt. One of the things, too, you got to be, it happens in high school football all too often is that a lot of these trailer tacklers, they come in a little bit. I mean, they don't get called for it a lot of times, but they come in a little late and they give that player the business. Number 65
we're gonna
is down, so we're going to have a timeout here on the field to attend to that player.
That's Alex Ashew. Looks like a lower body injury. 6:04 remaining on the clock.
So, again, a quiet crowd here in
Quiet
Goffstown.
crowd, not a lot of emotion.
So what is going on today? What do you think?
Well, there was a soccer game here earlier.
Oh, there was? Okay.
At 10 o'clock.
10? Really?
10 a.m. there was a soccer game. Last night there was a field hockey game. The girls' field hockey won.
How'd they do?
1-0. They improved their record to 5-4-1 on the season.
I heard that there was like some Potvin who had a...
That would be Mackenzie Potvin.
Okay.
Yep, she's the goaltender. She made one save, crucial time. But the defense really played well for the girls' field hockey.
Well, obviously, if there's only one shot right, on goal, that speaks volumes of your defense.
The defense did really well.
And 65,
65 is
he's limping off the field.
He is really tenderly walking off the field. So, Scott, I went into the North Garden last night to get some Chinese.
Yeah.
As soon as I walk in, there's a guy on the floor, passed out.
No
They had
way.
to call 911. I think he was a diabetic. Charlie Keith set back to pass. He's going up the middle. Has a Leahy, wide open Leahy. Off his left hand. Passes incomplete. Just under 6 minutes.
Yeah, that's a touchdown right there.
That's a touchdown for sure. Yeah, so, Scott, I walk in, and all of a sudden, there's chaos, there's chairs askew, and there's people running and screaming, and hope that gentleman is okay. I got my food. Yeah.
It was takeout.
I got the chicken fingers. Charlie Keith looking to pass. He's looking up the middle. Tosses it right off to Stinnett. Has a lot of room. Across the 40, across the 45. He's across midfield. Knocked down at the 47-yard line. Grizzlies 1st and 10. They're into Crusader territory.
So number 30 for Memorial with the tackle.
There's a nice screen, Scott.
Adam Anderson. There was your screen.
Yeah.
If I could throw like a baseball to Hammond over here, I would. I was selling it. Can you give me a couple of screens?
Charlie looking for a quick pass. He's going deep. He's going to the corner. Overthrown. Intended for Hinault. Boy, they're really using Hinault as a sophomore. Scott,
he's
reminiscent of, do we say?
No.
No, we don't even go there.
No, I don't go there.
Okay.
I don't go there yet.
Okay, because he's doing an awful lot as a sophomore.
I understand.
Throwing the ball, catching the ball, tackling.
I don't go there yet.
Okay. The making of, maybe.
Maybe.
Okay, we'll
got to watch out
that.
for Goffstown here. You got his almost helmet in the neutral zone.
Keith keeps it himself right up the middle. He dodges across midfield. He's across the 45. Now he's at the 40. He's still on his feet across the 35, the 30. He's got the sideline out of bounds at the 24-yard line.
And guess who had a key block on that one? Number 3.
Number 3, Hinault. There you go.
So I'm serious. He had the block that gave Charlie Keith an extra 15 yards.
Keith with Stinnett. 3 wideouts on the bottom of your screen. Putnam, Leahy, Dodge. Stinnett twisting and twirling, picks up 5 yards on the play. He's down at the 20-yard line.
What a beautiful spin move.
We got a late flag. 2 late flags.
Yeah, that's called giving somebody the business. That'll be a personal foul.
That's going to be unsportsmanlike.
On Goffstown, number 79, which is uncharacteristic.
He's being yelled at by the coaching staff, so that's Marcus.
Marcus Rush, personal foul. And he might get it. Hopefully he doesn't get ejected. But
the coaches immediately.
Yep. And that's one thing that, in high school football, the head coaches are awesome about that. They don't take any there's no nonsense there. And you saw immediately Coach Huff came out on the field and pulled his player off the field.
Well, yeah, but then also Coach Couson just got him right off.
Yeah. So let's see what happens here. He might get ejected.
No.
Based upon a conversation there.
Well, there were 2 flags. I don't know if they both witnessed for the same.
Yeah, I would think so. I think you're going to see a 15-yard personal foul here.
Picking up the laundry.
It's very, very bright, the yellow. Maybe they must have washed it with Tide.
Or maybe all
or something, but it is so bright.
Here we go. At 5:19, Grizzlies lead 12-0. 5:19
They're going to come over and they're going to talk to. Let's see if we can pick up the sound here.
Let's see.
Get our guy in the audio guy.
Pick up the conversation.
This is when you want a guy who can lip read up in the box.
I think there are going to be 2 offsetting penalties, like personal foul penalties.
So our cameraman Broden says that he thinks that you're going to see maybe offsetting penalties here.
I think they're both. I think there's going to be. Oh yeah. All right.
You know, the crazy thing too is that Marcus Rush, who was taken off the field in that situation, he's had a great game.
Yeah, he's had some good blocks.
He's had some really good blocks today.
He's a big boy too.
Yeah.
He's a junior, 6'1", 187.
Yeah. And we'll get the call
Here we go.
now.
Offsetting personal fouls.
So,
2 personal fouls, 1 for each team, and our cameraman is not just a cameraman, but he's our official analyst.
Oh my goodness! I mean,
he's the official up in the booth.
I don't know about you, but that qualifies for a cheeseburger. Or
all
something,
I know
right?
is his dad is smiling right now.
He is.
His dad is proud. His dad is smiling.
He's in the studio saying, "That's my boy. That's my boy. I raised him. I raised him a Packers fan."
And he hopes that Aaron Rodgers doesn't go down this week. Oh boy, that injury! I think your dad probably choked a little bit that night.
Choked a little bit.
Okay, let's see what Charlie and Jack can do. 5:19 remaining in the first half.
I haven't really seen Juno in the backfield.
They've swapped out a little bit,
but mostly it's Stinnett.
Yep.
Stinnet's gotten the job done.
3 wideouts on the bottom of your screen. Dodge, Leahy. Stinnett gets it. He's got a blocker. Squirrels and spins right back towards the linebackers. Picks it up about 5 yards.
That's what I'm talking about. Number 30, a little bit of a late hit. It's called the I'm giving him the business as he's going down.
The ball is on the 20-yard line. Looks like we have about 5 yards to go.
From the 20-yard line.
So we got 3. Looks like we got 3 receivers to the right.
Checking into the game is number 52. That's Matt Dalton. He's a sophomore. 6'4", 246. Look at the size of Dalton. The younger they get, the bigger they get.
Yeah. Well, he's a sophomore. I mean, the sophomore class is
6'4".
A lot of sophomores playing on this team.
Keith with 3 wideouts on the top of the screen. He's rolling right. Looking for Hinault, wide open. He's out of bounds at about the 15-yard line. That's going to pick up first down.
That's good for a Goffstown
Just
first
like the
down.
National North game, that first touchdown in the National North game, that was the exact same.
Let's give a little credit to the Goffstown offensive line, right?
Doing a super job.
Yeah, Belanger at center. White.
Hinault, lone receiver at the top of the screen. Stinnett right up the middle. Gets it to the 7-yard line. Picks up 3 on the play.
A lot of running to that right side over the center. That's Belanger and Josh White, the guard.
Number 57, Robert Collins.
So we got a little around 4 minutes to go till half. Goffstown's leading 12-0 with a 2nd and 4 here.
2nd and 4. 4 minutes on the clock.
Looks like you got Fragos on right tackle. Usually see him at nose guard, and he's playing right tackle.
Keith has 3 wideouts to the left at the bottom of the screen. Keeps it himself. Going to the outside. Cuts back into the middle. He's going to be awfully close, maybe at about the 2-yard line, 3-yard line.
First of all, great play by the offensive line, but I gotta give it up to this Jared Hinault kid.
Another good block.
Another great block. I mean, if we had a camera on him as a receiver, he's an excellent blocker.
How big is he? 6 foot 175.
Yeah, I'm just telling you, he can block.
Ball's on the 4. Charlie to Stinnett.
He's in there.
Yep, touchdown. Another 6 on the board. Let's see if Gibson can put the extra point through. Or they'll go for 2 again. Whoop.
Yeah, I think they're going for 2.
Yep, Charlie's staying there. They're going to go for the 2-point conversion. Make this an even 20 with 3:25 remaining here in the first half.
So we got 2 running touchdowns by Stinnett, and then it's a Hinault to Dodge hookup for the 3rd touchdown.
Rolling right. Top of your screen.
Doesn't
Looking
have
for Hinault. Quick pass in the middle to Dodge. That's a touchdown. Oh, 2 points.
2-point conversion. And that was a nice job by Charlie Keith being patient. His offensive line gives him the time, and then his receiver, Dodge, is allowed to do a crossing route and get open. It's really hard to defend that type of play if you're in the backfield of if you're in the secondary for Memorial. If you can't get a pass rush, crossing patterns will kill you in an end zone.
I got to tell you, before this, what led to this drive was that Crusader fumble after they got three straight first downs. They had the momentum, they fumbled the ball, and then it results in 8 points for the Grizzlies, and now it's almost like the game's out of reach.
Well, not yet.
It's 3:25, Scott. If they haven't scored,
I'm just saying, Alan, I think anything is possible.
Of course it is, but I'm just giving you my assessment.
So I think we're going to do our pregame in a couple of weeks out of the new trampoline park, right? That's when we do it?
Beautiful.
Right?
Tonight, actually.
Wow. All right.
Test out the acoustics or something.
Gibson set to kick, 3:25 remaining in the first half. Grizzlies lead 20-0.
That's a good kick.
Excellent kick.
Yeah.
All the way down to Noel.
That's a hold. That's a hold, and they found
that. Got two holds. Noel's still on his feet. He's cuts back in.
Doesn't matter. It's coming back.
Yep. There's a lot of people tackling him. That's a gaggle of Grizzlies.
It doesn't matter. It's a hold on Memorial. We saw it as clear as day from up here.
That's going to come all the way back.
All the way back. That'll be, if the holding was around the 20-yard line, so that'll be 10 yards from there. They'll start at around the 10 to 12-yard line.
Yep. That's unfortunate for the Crusaders.
Yep. But it was as clear as day. He grabbed his jersey, and when you grab the jersey, Alan, it's like, we could see it from here, and we're old with both wearing glasses. You're wearing cheaters. I don't know.
I got cheaters on just for it's for close-up reading.
Yeah, so that's only you can see distance though.
Oh yeah. It's just all the reports here. And Scott, why don't they put it numerical order?
Listen,
I'm going back to that.
Okay, you know what? It's because somebody hit the wrong column in Excel.
No, I don't think so. I think they purposely, somebody out there is dumb enough to think that this is the proper order.
This is what they did.
That's what it is.
No, they did sort on column C. That's what they did. I worked with Excel every day.
They should have done sort on column 1, but I think
column
they said I think they're out there. Somebody's dumb enough out there that says, we're going to do this in order of seniors to freshmen.
I don't know.
Come on. That's how I feel.
It's making it very difficult to call the game.
Looking top of your screen, looking left, pass is complete to 85.
That play has worked for Memorial at least 6 or 7 times. It's a very patient, almost like a slant route in between the line and in front of the linebackers.
Moreau with the reception.
And it's a quick play in terms of them getting like 5 to 8 yards. 1st and 10 on the 21-yard line for Memorial with under 3 minutes to play.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm still looking for the person's name.
Yeah, don't do that.
A list of 100 people, and they're not in order. Colburn with some kid with number 30 on his jersey. That's what I'm going to call it. Some kid with number 30. Quick pass high.
This should be picked off.
That's going to be intercepted by Putnam at the 45. Grizzlies, nice turnover. He's still on his feet moving the pile. He's still moving the pile. He's down at the 35-yard line with an interception. He moved the pile 10 yards.
Yeah. Him and Hager.
That was a duck.
And
I'm sorry, Scott, but that was a duck.
You can't throw the ball up like that.
I think I could have intercepted
that. Actually, that says something. You can't throw the ball up. That was a little bit of a throw up. It was just bad.
That was
bad.
Yeah, that was a bad throw.
Yeah.
And there were 5 guys in red.
And there aren't too many interceptions that Goffstown's had, so I think that's probably maybe the 2nd, 3rd interception on the. You saying it's the first? You think?
I think so.
Excellent.
I just don't recall seeing one so far. Okay, the club man, Eric Lefebvre, he's got that cast on his right arm.
And I'm still shocked that they let you play with a hard cast.
Dan Locke, left guard. White, right guard.
Keith with Juno. Juno is in. Keith, quick pass out to the flat to Putnam. Putnam with the quick interception. He's got the sideline.
Beautiful screen.
Yep.
And he almost lost the
ball
there.
Down at the 15-yard line. No, he was down.
He was down, but
he was certainly down.
He's got to hold on to the ball.
We can see a replay on that
Yeah.
We could certainly see a replay on that. Let's cue the replay, Adam.
Goffstown first down.
2:22 remaining on the clock. Grizzlies lead 20-0 with
First and 10.
possession
Memorial 17.
at the 17-yard line. Charlie rolling right, has some receivers. He's got it. Oh,
That
great
could have
looking
easily
pass
been
to
interference.
Dodge.
The
Yeah.
receiver
never looked back.
never looked back.
He was down.
He was down. We're getting confirmation from our analyst crew. He was certainly down before they stripped him of the ball.
The referee has to go underneath the hood to check that one out. 2:10 to go in the half. Last week they had Italian sausage here, Alan.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
Yeah, they don't always have that, but they did last week.
Well, they got the new Grizzly Den.
Yeah, it's coming along.
It's coming along.
It's an Eagle Scout project, right?
Yes, it is.
Josh
White.
White? Yeah.
Excellent job for Josh. Get that badge. Charlie keeps it himself. Dips and dives. Picks up a few yards on the play, maybe about 3 to 4. At the 2-minute mark here.
I will say this: is if Goffstown is able to pick up another score here, I don't know if you bring Charlie Keith back for the second half.
Why?
Not if he got if you had to tape him up, right? They taped him up, so it must be a sore rib or something.
Something's sore.
Right.
Something's not 100%.
And it's definitely not
Charlie from the right hash mark, going across the field to Dodge. Pass is complete.
He cuts
Puts
it
on
back.
a deke and a spin. That's another 6 points. What a move by Dodge
Yes.
with a deke, a spin, and a touchdown.
Yeah,
Great job, Ben Dodge.
He kind of put Matt Talbot out there one-on-one, and he just spun around Talbot for that touchdown. And Goffstown's up now by 26-0 with about 1:32. Let's see if they go for 2 here. I can't imagine why they wouldn't.
Scott, you know what that is?
It's a mic drop.
It's a final nail in the coffin right
Yeah,
there, if they
okay.
put 2 on the board.
Well, you're probably right. Memorial, except for that one drive where they looked good when they were running downfield.
Charlie keeps it himself, goes right up the middle. That's going to be 2 points.
gonna be-
yes,
yes,
it
it
is.
is.
2 points for Charlie Keith. Brings it to a score of
Now Goffstown 28.
28 with 1:31 remaining on the clock in the first half.
You know, here's
your
another-
Grizzlies lead.
Here's another thing to consider is that, Hinault played quarterback for a couple of situations there. He's pretty talented. Do you want to get him hurt potentially?
Right.
So
But you know what? Why don't you try this freshman kid, Peyton Strickland?
Peyton Strickland.
Let's see what he can do.
Yeah.
A freshman coming in?
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be something? See what kind
So
of an
you're saying
arm?
that Casey Gervais played as a freshman at varsity?
No. What I'm saying is it's reminiscent looking at his body type.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't see what he looked like. So he's a big kid then.
Yes.
You're saying.
sometimes it goes back or something. But
Yeah, Goffstown has a couple of freshmen playing. They don't get a whole lot of playing time.
No.
But
how about the freshman team? 5-0.
Right. Yeah, you rarely see
5-0.
you rarely see freshmen even suit up on a varsity
Scott,
squad.
it's also, there's something, they've scored differential is like 100 and something to maybe like 20 or
Oh,
something.
boy.
I mean, it's
Yeah.
ridiculous how well they're performing. Gibson with a booming kick out to the 20-yard line.
You got underneath that one.
Hartford picks that one up. He's on the
Oh.
top of the sideline. He's going to be out of bounds at about the 25-yard line. Crusaders will be first and 10 with 1.5 minutes remaining in the first half as they trail the Grizzlies by 28.
Number 26, Josh
So you're gonna get something at the we got three. We got three. That means we'll split the.
No, we couldn't get the fourth. She tried to
You want to kick the fourth one? You want to kick?
You want to kick the fourth?
we gotta cap the cupcakes.
You want a cupcake?
Otherwise, we'll have issues later.
We're going to have to share the fourth cupcake then.
All right.
Maybe perhaps Scott and I.
So Steve did get us some participants for our halftime
Exactly.
field goal kicking. Alan said that he's going to kick one today.
Not
So,
today.
yeah,
I
you
got a
do.
bad back. I got some little back issue
You're getting
here.
too old, man.
Yeah. That's Coburn to Noel. He's got the sideline. He's beaten Dodge. He's all alone. No one's going to catch him. And there he is. Tariq Noel, number 27. Pass complete from Coburn.
And that's what Memorial needed with only 1 minute. And this is what's been the nemesis for Goffstown, those big plays.
Scott,
You know?
had this come before that turnover,
Right. I agree.
this would be a different game because it would be 12-6 right now.
And I wish I knew the kid, but there was a wide receiver who had a kick-out block that sprung him. And it's those little things, Alan. It's the receiver.
Well, Scott, why don't you know the name?
I don't, because it's not.
Nobody sorted column A.
I wish I could give the kid kudos, but I can't. But maybe you'll see on the replay an awesome block by the Memorial wide receiver that sprung him.
Set to kick the extra point is a kid with the number 11. Don't know his name because nobody sorted by column A. Kick is up. Excellent kick.
28-7. There you go. So good job by Memorial to get back in this one. They're only down by 3 now.
You know, if you're Memorial, you definitely want to put points on the board going into halftime.
3 touchdowns.
Go into that locker room with some points on the board, knowing that, hey, we can score on this team.
Yeah, 3 possessions, 3 touchdowns. You could do it.
Crusaders have been far more effective moving the ball, advancing the ball on a pass play than on a running game.
I know that. That's why I got to keep doing it. And, you know, that was the most what do you call that? Attitude or energy off this bench we've seen it the whole half. They've just been so quiet.
They actually look like there's some life here. Scott, do we see an onside kick?
No.
Just get it deep?
I think you want to get it deep.
That was Will Clark, number 11, who kicked the extra point.
And I say that because, it's not like if you're Memorial, your defense hasn't exactly been stellar in terms of stopping Goffstown's offense. I just don't think you want to give them a short field here. You're not at that point. And if I'm not mistaken, Memorial gets the ball in the second half, correct?
Yes, they do.
So
1:14 remaining on the clock. Crusaders are on the board with 7. 28-7 is your score. Clark set to kick. Onside kick. That's Paez, number 80, falling on the ball for the Grizzlies. He's a senior, 5'10", 208.
Good hands.
Yep, excellent hands, smart
so
play.
It was almost like it went 20 yards, but it was almost like an onside in a way.
I think it was intentional, clearly. Yeah. Grizzlies will be 1st and 10 from their own 41. Scott?
Yeah, so the reality of it is
striking
that,
distance for
sure.
sure.
I mean, maybe that was an attempted onside because they only picked up another 10 yards beyond that.
And interesting that there was no time taken off the clock.
Now here, will Goffstown run the ball and be content? Or
no,
are they
Charlie's going to go deep. He's going to go to Putnam. Charlie looking like in the flat, wide open. His Putnam pass is incomplete.
That was a screen, did not develop.
I don't know who it was intended for. Maybe Hanal, but he was knocked down on the play. 1:10 on the clock. Stops the clock. Grizzlies are 2nd and 10 from their own 41.
2nd and 10 from the Grizzlies' 41-yard line.
So we got to figure which one of these cupcakes we're going to keep up here.
Chocolate one with chocolate frosting will be left up here if there is one.
Okay. There's a chocolate one, with vanilla.
Charlie looking to pass, has 3 on the bottom of your screen. He aired it up, pass is incomplete. Intended for either Dodge or Putnam, kind of landed between the two.
See, I guess this is where I disagree a little bit because Goffstown receivers have some decent speed, especially in Leahy and Honalt, Colby Putnam, etc. I don't understand why you wouldn't throw it 5, 7, 8, 10 yards and let them run.
Yeah.
You got enough time. You got 3 timeouts.
Well, they had, on the previous play, they had Putnam here in the flat. Charlie keeps it himself, bumping to the top of the screen, backs up towards the middle. Spinning and twirling. He's down at the 45-yard line.
Thrown down again by number 65, Alex Ashu. And Goffstown takes... Oh, Memorial.
We're going to have a timeout. Yeah, timeout for the Crusaders.
Well, the question is if you're Goffstown, do you go for it here? I don't think you do, but...
I'd punt it, get it deep.
But
you never know. I mean... Get it as deep from the end zone as you can. Crusaders can certainly make a pass and get that ball advanced.
So, have you tasted any of that McCune honey?
No, I'm dying to try. Have you tried it?
No, I'm just saying. You think that the guy knows us? That he's a little sampler.
Hey, here's a little sweetness.
Right.
Try it. Here's a sample. Here's a
sweetness.
Yeah,
and
I love it on toast.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I love it on toast.
It's those little things.
Maybe he's maybe he's going to make us breakfast someday.
Yeah.
There's one jar, apparently.
Oh, there's one jar.
Apparently, we all got to share one jar.
Well, but taste a little. You know what? Just put it in one of those little.
I'm a big fan of the honey. I know he also likes craft brewing his beer.
Yeah.
Apparently, the jar of honey is his. He's claimed possession of the jar of honey.
Oh my goodness! For crying out loud! You can't take stuff with you in life. You got to share with your friends.
And here comes the punt. Picard, good snap. Gets a good leg on it, all the way down to the 25. Fair caught by Noel, number 27. Crusaders will be 1st and 10, probably their last possession with 44 seconds remaining on the clock in the first half, where they trail the Grizzlies By 18. I'm sorry. 11. That's a lot.
I'm just curious what else this guy. So he brews beer at home. He's a honey guy, right? He's making his own honey. Composts himself, I think.
Does
chickens.
Beer, does
he's
the
got
honey.
the chickens, the eggs,
He's like
the free range
farmer in the Dell.
Exactly.
I mean,
he probably pickles his. Makes his own pickles.
He's from Wisconsin.
Yeah.
He probably makes his own cheese too.
Cheese, yeah. Yep.
He's like a Puritan. He's like a pilgrim, for Pete's sake.
I wonder if
does he wear buckles on his shoes?
I wonder if he tries capturing all those wild turkeys that are out on the road.
Oh, we got flags. We got flags.
You got a lot of those in your neighborhood? Those wild turkeys? They're all over the place.
I had 6 of them.
Yeah.
All right. Since you're talking about this, I have never. Now, you know I'm on the road an awful lot. I drive New Hampshire, Maine.
You never see so many squirrels.
Squirrels.
Dead squirrels.
Everywhere. Is it me or are we being invaded by squirrels?
It's been a really big uptick.
Coburn with Fuller in the backfield. Coburn looking to make a pass intended for Noel.
That was a beautiful catch.
5 yards on the play.
So that ball was thrown behind Noel, and he caught it.
They need Noel out on the sideline. They got to get a couple pass plays off here. They're down to 30 seconds. Coburn rushing to the line of scrimmage in the shotgun.
This is where taking those timeouts early in the game
Coburn
really
looking.
hurt.
That's complete to Hartford at the 45. 1st and 10, 18 seconds remaining on the clock.
A little talking back and forth between Stinnett
and Hartford.
The clock stops on a first down. Clock resumes now at 18.
18, they're going to just have to drop it.
He fumbled it.
Hops on the ball. Clock keeps going.
Clock keeps going.
Yep. That's going to be 8 seconds. They're going to spike it right there. Now, that's a spike. That'll certainly stop the clock. So with 5 seconds remaining on the clock.
A little bit of a miscue there, and there was on the exchange between the center and the quarterback, so he couldn't throw it down. So now you're going to look for a Hail Mary type throw.
They're going to have one chance for one play here.
And here's my thing, is that to defend against this, you want all guys back. So basically, you know, if I'm Goffstown, I put Dodge way, way back. You can't let a guy get behind you. That's the key.
And Crusaders certainly have the speed to do it. Tariq Noel, Hartford, he's looking to pass. He's in the shotgun. Cuddy puts a lot of pressure on him. Pass is intercepted by Dodge. He's going to hit the sideline. He's out of bounds.
And that's it for the half.
Nice interception at the half. Finishes it off with the second turnover of the game. Third turnover of the game with another second interception. Grizzlies lead 28-7, 21-point lead going into the half. Fans, enjoy the highlights.
All right, so we got to go downstairs. All right, Alan, we are back here for the second half. Goffstown's got a 28-7 lead over Memorial.
21-point lead is awfully nice going into the second half, Scott. Grizzlies find themselves with a comfortable lead. I think we all kind of expected this going into the game. It'll be interesting to see what Coach Huff puts for play and playmakers out on the field.
Yeah, I am very curious to see as well whether or not we'll see Charlie Keith at quarterback. Seeing how he got injured in the first half, albeit he came back to play.
He has his helmet on the sideline, so Charlie played.
Looks like he's ready to back to play. Charlie Keith.
So we got 30 seconds on the scoreboard.
Everybody's set to play, eager to play.
Beautiful day here in Goffstown, too. A little bit of a breeze. I had an excellent lunch.
Did you get a nice little hot dog over there?
I ended up getting my first ever sausage and pepper sandwich from the Grizzly Den. It was delicious. Last week I ordered one, and they were making it, and then I totally forgot to pick it up. So that was a loser move on my part. I ended up with a hot dog in the end.
12 fresh minutes on the clock for the third quarter. Grizzlies lead 28-7. Set to kick is Gibson.
That's
nice
a good
low
kick. Yeah, that's perfect.
That's going out of the back of the end zone through the two receivers.
Yeah.
Wow. Great line drive kick.
See, I think on some of his other kickoffs, he was getting underneath the ball, maybe intentionally, but that one he drove it.
1st and 10 for the Crusaders. Looks like Coburn still gets the quarterback calling.
So Broden was a little upset about not getting a cheeseburger, and so was Al Halpern, our public address announcer.
Really? He got salty?
He was very...
Did they not bring it up, or what happened?
He's like, I didn't get my cheeseburger. He's, where's my food? And I'm like, well, that's why I went down to get my own, because I was hungry.
Coburn in that tight formation again, Scott. Fuller,
It's probably
false start.
False start on Memorial this time. Goffstown got plagued by that in the
pinning themselves even further.
Yeah.
Now down at the 15.
So what do you do for your memorial? You're down by 3 touchdowns. I think
Pass the ball.
Yeah, what worked for you was those short passes over the middle. They've got some pretty good speed in Tyreek Noel,
Fuller,
You got
Lee,
Hartford. You got to get those guys the ball, especially 27. He's the one who scored a touchdown. He ran it around, and I'm thinking it must have been 10. Colin LaFleur on that block. I'm thinking it was him who sprung him.
Coburn looking to pass. He's going right. Quick little short pass out to LaFleur. He's going to lean forward, picks up about 8 yards on the play.
Again, it's those short passes, but not so short. I mean, it's, a 5-yard gain. Hanault again. He's
on the tackle.
He's been everywhere, right?
Yeah.
He's played receiver. He's played cornerback. Quarterback, right.
And cornerback.
Yeah. Done it all.
Coburn with Hartford. Fuller in motion. Oh, bad play to Noel.
And that was number 26 who swarmed in
they
there.
lost about 7 yards on the play.
Josh Juno was in there before the ball even almost got handed off, right? I mean,
the penetration by the defensive line today has been great. Cuddy, among others.
Yeah, but it looks like Cuddy is setting the table for Juno to hit that hole.
Well, Juno came flying right through.
It's a big 3rd down and 8. They're probably going to air it out here.
3 wide receivers spread to the top of the screen. Your Grizzlies are in hometown red, moving right to left. Coburn being chased, tripped up, finally tackled by Hanault.
That's going to be shy, I think, of a 1st down.
No. Let's see. That is really close, Scott.
They're going to give it to him.
They gave it to him. That's
great
first
job
and
by
10.
Colburn. What a great job by Colburn to get that. That was all him.
Excellent job by the Crusaders. They need to continue to build the momentum like they did in the second quarter. But then, Scott, it got all dashed and taken away once they had that fumble.
Yeah, I agree. And then they had that momentum.
And they had the momentum. They were knocking on the door. It would have been 12-6. It would be a whole different ball game. Coburn with Fuller to his left. And we're going to have a false start again.
Yeah, and looks like a 75 threw up his hands, and it's almost like he did it, or...
Yep. Just when they have something going for them, the Crusaders shoot themselves in the foot again.
15 at the Crusaders' 25-yard line.
Coburn dropping back from the shotgun. Lobs it right over to Noel. Wrapped up right away.
By Josh
I thought he was down.
Yeah, Josh Juno. Got to watch out there. Goffstown player. That would almost been Charlie Keith, it looked like.
Well, they blew the whistle. He didn't blow the whistle. Then he got up, and then,
got to be careful on those that you don't hit the guy while he's down.
That's going to keep the clock running, Scott, with a score of 28-7. 2nd and 15. The ball is on their own 25. The Crusaders are going to have to go long. I can't imagine they're going to run another run play here, Scott. Coburn certainly has it spread out. Coburn looking right. Quick pass out to Noel. Pass is complete.
Yeah.
Makes it maybe back to the original line of scrimmage.
Charlie Keith smelled that one as soon as the ball was released and right on him.
5 yards on the play.
Just back to the line of scrimmage, Scott. So they're 3rd down, 10 yards to go.
But they're going for those passes that are over the middle, and Goffstown
and they're just lobbing them up over the line.
That's the key, though, that, you got to teach your defensive linemen, you got to keep your hands up, too, because a lot of times you can block a pass.
Coburn looking left. Quick pass out. Pass is complete.
As soon as I
don't know if he picked up much.
As soon as I said that,
Moray.
As soon as I said that, guess who did that?
Who's that?
Fragos.
Yeah.
So he was rushing the quarterback, and then he put his arm up as Colburn was passing.
That'll bring the punting unit. That's Will Clark, number 11 for the Crusaders, looking to punt.
Number 7, Ben Dodge, deep in punt formation.
Set back is Dodge for the Grizzlies. Also Putnam.
Number 11, deep
I like the fact that they've got 2 back on the punt.
Oh, almost blocked again.
Okay, there was no need to fair catch
Fair
this.
catch
I'm
by
sorry,
Dodge.
but like, it's unbelievable. I mean, he had 10 yards. There's nobody there.
Scott, maybe they're saying, let's just be conservative and let's make sure we catch the ball first.
I get it, but it's so obvious. I mean,
We're going to see some non-starters out there.
there wasn't a guy within 10 yards of him at the time.
With 8 minutes on the clock, Grizzlies get their first possession for the second half. Let's see who comes to the line of scrimmage for the quarterback. That is Charlie. Charlie Keith coming back.
And you might be right, Alan. I mean, maybe the coaching staff is saying, you know what, we don't want to take any chances, so don't run any back.
Yeah. Leahy in motion. Keith gives it to Leahy. Leahy's up around the end. Oh, he's
Nice
dropped down.
tackle by number 23.
Yeah, maybe picked up a yard on the play.
Number 23 is who?
You guess this is good. You look through 100 names.
23, Robert Fuller.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, Fuller.
Yeah, Fuller's been everywhere.
He's been everywhere
today.
2nd and 8 from the 41-yard line.
Fake handoff to Juno. Keith keeps it himself. He's across midfield. He's still on his feet at the 45. Across the 45. Down at the 43-yard line of the Crusaders.
You're seeing a lot of, I call that guard and tackle pulls on the offensive line today. That time it was Lefebvre who went all the way from his left tackle position to help Charlie on that block.
Charlie with a rolling snap, picks it up off the ground, puts a little juke on, goes right up the middle. He's hurtling over people. He's across the 40.
Number 7, I don't like that.
7, that's hard for.
I don't like that. He was already down, trying to whip his leg out.
Yeah,
I mean, that was ridiculous.
Jonathan Lee, gain of 4 yards of the play, 2nd and 6.
It's hard to temper your emotions in football. There's no doubt.
Yeah.
It's a physical sport, but you gotta keep it
It's
clean.
discipline.
Yeah.
Charlie fakes a handoff to Dodge.
Great
keeps
tackle by
himself,
number
forward,
1.
Picks up 3 yards on the play.
That was Jonathan Lee. He's been all over the ball too.
He's about 2 yards shy of a first down.
3rd and 2.
And out goes Dan Locke. I'm not sure why. Maybe they're bringing in a bigger line, you know. So 58 is Cam Moquin is in?
Yep. Charlie with Juno. Charlie looking to pass immediately.
He's got nothing.
He's keeping himself. He's got some running room. He bumps to the outside. We got a flag in the backfield. Probably going to be a holding. He's dragged down at the 35-yard line. Picks up maybe a half on the play, but that's going to be coming back, Scott.
Yeah. Hold, I guess, on Goffstown.
34 was getting a little cocky.
Yeah, someone's got to tell Kyle Blaze that when you're down by 3 touchdowns, you probably don't want to be calling guys out, when you after a tackle.
He didn't even touch Keith
Yeah.
either. So. Where are you on?
Holding on the offense. And looks like Keith is going out, and Hanault is back in.
Hanault back in, number 3 for the quarterback.
And this is what I was saying before. It's like you got a 3-touchdown lead. You're playing Central Friday, 6 days away. We're not even talking. It's not even like you have a 7-day break. This is a 6 days of rest.
Right.
That's and Central is the game for you.
That is the game of the year.
You need to upset them. I mean.
Low snap. Hanault looking to pass. He goes up the middle. Intended for Leahy.
I wasn't sure if it was for Leahy or maybe
Dodge.
Dodge should have been cutting in over the middle, but if that was the case, then they were both running a similar route.
Yeah,
so
I think it was more intended for Leahy.
Yeah. Punting team will come out for Goffstown.
Whole lot of nothing at the beginning of the third quarter.
Kind of like the first, right?
Yeah.
That was a whole lot of nothing too.
Yep. Set back to receive for the Crusaders is Noel, number 27. Picard set to kick for the Grizzlies. Good snap.
Good snap.
Gets a strong foot on it. Down to the 20.
Same thing there.
Yeah.
Same thing. It seems like both teams are.
They just want to worry about content to get the ball and
exactly. They're like, we're not fooling around.
Put the offense on the field.
Yeah. And don't get me wrong. I mean, I would say that receiving a punt is the most difficult play in football almost because you're so vulnerable.
Well, you're so focused on the ball, you're not looking at who's coming running at you. And if you don't fair catch that, it's lights out.
Yep. Like I said, I would say it's one of the most difficult things for a player to do on the football field. Especially you're trying to gauge the punt. You're trying to see, is it a line drive punt?
Coburn with Fuller in motion. Coburn rolling right. Has LaFleur. Pass is complete. He's out of bounds. Picks up 7 on the play.
But why not keep doing this, right? I mean, Goffstown is giving them. Yeah.
It stops the clock for the Crusaders with 5:49 remaining in the third quarter as they trail by 21.
So what it looks like they're doing is that they're most impressive when they roll him out a little bit, especially to the right.
26-yard line.
Coburn rolling left, has some room to run, cuts back into the middle, still on his feet. He's down at the 34-yard line after a tackle by, who was that, Scott?
Dodge, I think. Safety came up to make the tackle.
That was a textbook right there.
That's good for a Memorial first down.
See, in my opinion, in their quest to get in there, they're putting so many guys on the line that the linebackers are avoiding that space, which is about 5 yards behind the line of scrimmage, and that's where these balls are getting passed to. So if you see,
well, they're short. They're under 5 yards,
like you see.
said.
Right, but if you look right now, 2 of them go right up to the line a lot of times. See what I'm saying?
Yeah, look at Stinnett. He's eager to get in.
He's looking for the gap.
Yeah. Well, it goes right up the middle.
Yeah. That's great. What happened?
Ball was still loose.
Yeah.
Nobody had it.
Exactly. I've never seen that.
And they blew the whistle.
Yeah.
Ball was recovered by Memorial. 2nd and 10 from the Crusaders' 34-yard line.
Under 5 minutes here remaining in the third quarter. Crusaders 2nd and 10 from their own 34.
Again, that 5-yard dump pass works well.
Coburn rolling right. Has LaFleur.
Same thing.
Pass is just out of bounds. Pass is incomplete.
Yeah, on that one, Goffstown did a really good job defending that.
Well, he had Noel in there.
Right, it was a really tough spot to throw the ball. Hagar was in on that one, as well as Hinault and Teixeira. So good job by the secondary for Goffstown. And third down and 10.
Yep, 3rd and 10 with 4:35 on the clock. This third quarter's gone by pretty quick.
And if you notice, most of the throws have been to our side of the field. I don't know if you've noticed that. A lot of them.
Well, because he's rolling right.
Yeah.
The Grizzlies always roll left. Right?
Here we go again.
Coburn looking for that short pass under a lot of pressure. Cuddy's intended for 27. That was,
I think he just
for Noel. Yeah, that was a good pass.
Yeah.
That's going to bring up the punting unit, 4th and 10. 4:29 remaining in the third quarter.
We saw Coburn last year at Memorial, and he's a pretty good quarterback, I think. I mean, he's a good passer. I just think he just doesn't have a whole lot. You got to have a lot of skilled and talented position. I think with all these injuries, it's tough.
Ben Dodge and Putnam set back to receive for punt. Clark gets the duty. It's going to be at the 41-yard line, the Grizzlies' own 41, 1st and 10.
We got a flag. We got a flag. Back him up.
There was a flag on the play. Penalty was running into the kicker.
It was running into the kicker, not roughing the kicker. So it would have been a 5-yard penalty, which will, I don't know if they assess it. They do not. So it was declined. It's a weird play.
Bottom line, Grizzlies are 1st and 10 from their own 41.
Yeah, I guess Memorial was content there. You don't want to re-kick it. And once again, Goffstown has 0 yards on punt returns.
And Charlie is coming back out as quarterback.
You want to see that stat?
What's that?
I said Goffstown has 0 yards on punt returns for the game with about 5 punts. 6 punts, yeah, it's just been nothing. Another flag.
Oh, boy. We didn't even get to started.
I'll tell you something. There's more laundry than when my kids come home from college. Right?
Yeah.
All right? It's crazy.
There's a lot of laundry. That's a Goffstown penalty as well.
I don't know about you, right? But, like, especially my youngest one.
Oh, they come home.
She comes home all the time with laundry. It's
they fill the back of the car with laundry.
It's like,
where did you get this
Do
stuff?
you not do this at school?
Keith, quick pass out to Putnam. Pass is complete.
Great. See, that's a beautiful
Pick up
screen.
5 yards, 10 yards. It's across midfield. Picks up about 14 yards on the play. Pass is complete to Putnam.
That was a well-designed play by Coach Hammond, I think, in the box. Give him a little bit of credit. I love that play. It's a wide receiver screen play. Work to perfection. And you got to give that
Keith to Stinnett right up the middle. He cuts back in towards the middle.
That's it. Use the referee as your blocker.
That's a first down, Scott.
Yeah.
1st and 10. Grizzlies moving the chains. More importantly, Scott, too, just keep the clock moving.
On that previous play where Putnam gained a first down, you notice how quickly the linemen got out there for those blocks?
Yeah.
1st and 10 at the Crusaders' 35-yard line.
Stinnett in the back. Keith, quick pass out. Pass is complete.
To number 9. Is that
Number
Mike
9.
Levesque? Mike Levesque.
I don't think of, Michael Levesque. He's a sophomore.
Mike Levesque gaining 3 yards on the play. 2nd and 7.
Well, we're starting to see some new
Sophomore.
New talent into the game. Spread the ball around. Keith rolling left again. Quick pass out to Putnam. That pass has been there quite a bit today. That's another first down.
This reminds me of last season when Putnam really kind of stood out as a receiver, got a lot of throws to his way, and this game was kind of reminiscent of that.
He got a lot of the slants right across the middle,
Right, and honestly, they really haven't featured Putnam a lot this season. This is the first game where he's gotten a lot of looks.
Well, he's open. I think, maybe they look for the Keith rolling right. Quick pass out.
That's off.
Yeah, that's Noel on the deflection.
I mean, that was totally into coverage, too.
Yeah.
I mean, we saw that from here.
Covering on that play was number 34, Kyle Blaze.
That stops the clock at 2:51.
I just think, too, it's, if Goffstown is going to have success, in terms of winning out some of these remaining games, they got to put Charlie Keith into positions that I think he is comfortable with. And I'm sorry, but those deep ball routes are not there. They get thrown into coverage off too many times.
Keith and Stinnett. Stinnett right up the middle. He's twisting.
See this right here?
Picks up 7 yards on the play.
That's the meat and potatoes of this team right here. It's the read option, Stinnett, Juno running it up, and Charlie Keith keeping it occasionally.
Yeah.
And that's their strength right there. And then I think it's the short passes.
Keith to Stinnett. Keith keeps it himself, cuts back onto the outside, cuts back into the middle. There's a lot of Crusaders. He's moving the pile. Scotty's close to a first down.
Yeah, he's a strong boy. There's no doubt about it.
And we got a couple injuries.
He dragged like 3 Memorial defenders with him.
That's a first down. Grizzlies will be first and goal? Yeah.
I'll tell you one thing that should not be underestimated, and that's Charlie Keith's strength. I mean, he is a strong, strong guy.
First and goal with 2 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Charlie looking to pass. Quick pass out to
There we go again.
Has a blocker.
There you go.
Excellent block. Who hit that? Who's number 50?
Dan Locke.
Dan Locke comes up with an amazing block.
Dan Locke just absolutely
knocked that kid
number
into
8
yesterday.
to the point where he's hurt. So hopefully he's okay. I mean,
clean block.
It was a clean block, but he just leveled him. And
oh my God!
Yeah, that was just.
That's got to make the highlight reel.
That was just devastating.
Oh, we couldn't see because of the post.
Yeah,
boy, that was a heck of a block by Locke. And look at the kid he hit is unfortunately limping. Boy!
Dan Locke is a brick. He's a brick house. And
Gibson set to kick.
He leveled him.
Wow. He's 5'9", 214.
That's blocked. Another.
That is blocked. That's going to just put 6 on the board. That's 34-7 here with 1:47 remaining in the third quarter. Grizzlies take a commanding lead, Scott.
So every time I think of David Gibson, I think of Debbie Gibson. I don't know why.
What song is it?
I think we're alone now, right?
Is that the song?
I don't know. She was like a one-hit wonder, wasn't she?
I think that is the song.
I think something like that. But
wow,
she was popular in the late '80s, early '90s.
I'd say yeah.
Yeah. So Goffstown jumps up to a 34-7 lead with under 2 minutes to play.
And Scott, what is the ruling for running time?
35-point lead, and then it keeps going. Hopefully 8 is okay because, I respect a good, clean hit, which Dan Locke delivered, but you always want to make sure kids are okay. And he's a little woozy.
Yeah, I mean, he came
and he's not
flying off the line to make that block. Gibson set to kick. A nice kick again.
He's done a great job on the kicks.
Between the receivers, that's a clean catch by Noel. He's coming across the 20. He's got the sideline.
Yeah, Teixeira.
Wrapped
nice
up by
play.
Teixeira, knocked out at the 30.
But let's give 30 knocks him out, but let's give Teixeira a lot of credit there. He fought off a block for a good 5 seconds. He got held, I think, and then he sheds it, and he helps number 30 bring him out of bounds. So good job by the sophomore, Teixeira. And it's nice that we got a great view of, pretty much from the 30-yard line to the 30-yard line. We have an incredible view here, and we're allowed to see all this stuff.
Just the poles, though.
The poles aren't good.
The poles, when it goes down deep into the end zone, are tough. Colburn with Fuller in motion, rolls to the left.
Pitch.
Tosses it with the pitch, and it's bobbling. The ball's loose.
And it was interesting there, number 22, Colby Putnam.
Fuller picks up that loose ball.
So Putnam was in that same position that Cuddy was in before, where the ball was fumbled. He's trying to push the guy out of the way to get to it. Pushed him right onto the ball.
That run-pass option didn't really work too well for the Crusaders that time.
Their best plays are those short passes.
Yeah, clearly.
5 to 10-yard passes. They've had success there.
And they're in that formation right now. You expect Coburn to roll to his right. Rolling to his right, looking for Refer. Quick pass out to Fuller.
See, I love that play.
Drop ball by Fuller.
I like that
play. That's a catchable ball.
Yeah, because, what it does is it creates a lot of ambiguity for the defenders in terms of who they're going to cover. When that man comes in motion, he's an outlet pass for that quarterback, and if the quarterback wants it, he takes him. If not, he can try to take another receiver down the field. So
or he can run.
Anderson checks in for Fuller. Maybe he has better hands.
Yeah, they've had a lot of drops.
Yeah,
right.
And there's no excuse for that play. Yeah. I mean, that was.
And conversely, Goffstown has done a pretty good job holding on to the ball.
Keep an eye on Noel at the bottom of your screen. He's set out far. Coburn, quick flat out to Noel.
What a tackle by Teixeira. You know something?
Great tackle.
I was critical of Teixeira in the first couple of games, and let's be honest, who he was playing.
He's a sophomore.
I know, he's a sophomore for one, and two, he was playing teams like Merrimack and Bedford and North with a ton of speed and with seniors. And but I'm telling you, Jonathan Teixeira is getting better and better every week.
Great tackle.
That was an awesome open field tackle.
So he's going to set back with Dodge to receive this punt by Clark. We're down to 20 seconds. Let's see if they get this off. Good snap. A lot of pressure. Not that great of a kick. It's inside the midfield. Teixeira picks it up. He cuts back. He has Dodge to block for him. Can he get across midfield? He's got the angle. Almost a block in the back by 54. He's brought down at about the 37-yard line. Nice recovery.
Yeah, what a beautiful job. You know, Fragos, 54.
Wow, that was close.
It was close. The reason why he didn't get called out was he put his head in front of the defender. And that one was good because we saw the referee, and he didn't even come close to pulling the flag on that one. And he was right there.
I think Memorial's coach is saying something to him for that one.
Yeah, the Memorial coach is quite upset with the official.
Hey, it's called working the refs, you know. Yeah. I mean, your job is to do that.
He's working the ref.
Right, no, and then you maybe you get a makeup call, you know. You get
2 seconds remaining here in the third quarter, Scott.
You'll get a holding penalty or something because of it.
Juno right up the middle.
See, this is what he did last week.
Yep.
It was right.
I think he got the first down.
Yeah, so that'll end it for
that'll
the third.
end the third quarter. That'll bring up fourth quarter with the score of 34-7.
We're going to put Broden on.
Oh.
Broden, give us your analysis.
All right, this was a total surprise, and I think the only reason I'm doing this is because Scott's eating his
sausage sandwich.
His sausage, yeah. I don't know. I just think obviously it's been a great game for the Grizzlies because again, Memorial hasn't won a game in 3 years?
Oh boy, has it? No. It's not this year at least. I don't know about last year. Well, that's a great stat to look at.
They just nothing has gone in their favor.
Yeah,
but I think Goffstown has played some tough teams, and this was kind of a breather almost for them.
I agree. I think coming into this game, everybody expected the Grizzlies to win. I don't think it's a surprise to see the score that it is. Interesting to still see, some of the key starters still in the game where we're playing a big team next week. I'd like to see them take their foot off the pedal a little bit.
I think they had the right idea, and we're going to see it again. Jarrett out on the field there. He was going off, I think, for Goffstown. So I'm going to hand it back to Scott here.
Scott's done his sandwich. I didn't see many onions on that, Scott.
There was a couple of peppers.
Yeah, okay. Set back to kick is Clark. Oh, I'm sorry, no. Right up the middle. That's Hinault. Wrapped up right away. But, Scott, I'm happy to see the Hinault at quarterback.
I am, too. I think it's wise. You have a big game coming up on Friday. You're going to go into that game 2-3.
Scott, what was nice, I don't know, did you see the video the other day with one of the students of Goffstown with his last chemotherapy? They had
Ali.
They had a limo waiting for him. Hinault with the keeper. Fuller wraps him up. Excellent video. Scott, rumor has it it's up to almost 50,000 views.
I believe it.
And but you know what? Just a great human interest story.
Yeah, I think it speaks volumes of the community, the high school here. They rally around, kids and adults alike who are going through challenges, and I think it makes Goffstown a special community.
Hinault 3rd and 12. He's going deep. He's going to the end zone. Has Levesque. Wow, no interference call. Scotty, we looked like he was in his jersey.
Yeah, they're gonna go for it here.
Pass was intended for number 9, Michael Levesque, a sophomore.
I think they will go for it because what are you gonna do here? You gonna punt? Try to pin him? I guess maybe.
Yeah, you got the defensive unit coming on. I mean, look.
They're kicking a field goal.
No,
they're not gonna kick a field goal. Would you stop it?
They are. I think he's right. Gibson is.
He can't even make an extra point. With the snaps, much less.
He's set to kick in a field goal.
All right.
This would be a 36. No, this is
like a 40-something yard field goal.
Yeah, it's a 40-yard field goal.
Pizza for Broden on
45.
This
one. Wow, and he's got the leg.
He missed it.
Oh. No, yeah, he missed it. Scott, I'm going to tell you. It was a little wide right.
That was a 40.
Almost enough leg.
Where did he kick that from?
From the 35. That's a 45-yard kick. It wasn't quite long enough, and it wasn't right on target. But I mean, it
was close.
It was very close.
Well, I think my whole thing with Gibson is I think Gibson has the leg. It's just that to get the snap down. I mean, they've been getting extra points blocked for crying out loud.
He's 6'3". Yeah, certainly has the long legs.
Yeah. Oh, no doubt.
Clock is still moving.
Also a soccer player too. So.
It shouldn't be moving.
Yeah,
why is the clock moving?
They're following it now.
Yep, they're stopping it now.
It's the clock operator here in Goffstown did not get any lunch, and I think maybe that's what caused some things.
Maybe the clock operator wanted a cheeseburger.
I don't know if is that. Let's see what they're doing. Is that Joyce McNeely in there? She went hamburgerless, and
10:35. That's 28 seconds. I don't think it was 28 seconds, Scott, do you?
I don't think so, but
Memorial 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Okay, let's try this again. Coburn Fuller in motion. He's looking left immediately. Quick pass out. Pass is complete to Morrow.
Hager with the hit.
Your boy, Peter.
Yeah.
Tackled by number 32.
So Geisenheiner and Hager with the tackle.
First and 10 at the Crusaders.
So look like we're seeing some different players in here, my friends, right? Right, Alan?
Yeah, certainly. In the D-back position.
Levesque is safety. Geisenheiner at corner.
Fuller in motion for Coburn. Coburn looking right. Out to the flat to Noel. Pass is complete. He's out at the 45, 46-yard line. That's going to move. I don't think he got the first down.
He's a little shy. Gabe Sabolkin pushed him out of bounds.
And the clock doesn't stop when it goes out of bounds, Scott?
Cam Kozak was out there, too.
His clock doesn't stop
it
when
should.
It goes. Yeah, it's still going.
Unless they stopped his forward motion, but second down and 1.
We're at 9.5 minutes here in the fourth quarter with a lead of 34-7. Coburn with the tight formation again.
Here comes
Keeps
Colburn.
it himself, looking for blockers. A lot of Grizzlies.
Oh, man.
Ball is loose. Grizzlies the cover. Ball was knocked out, Scott. Was it Hager who knocked it out?
Yeah, I think it was Hager who knocked it out.
Hager knocked it loose, and the Grizzlies recover.
Yeah.
Paez may have got a hand on it. All of a sudden, turn of events and momentum for the Grizzlies one more time. First and 10 from the Crusader 48.
So Goffstown will take over with under 9.5 minutes to play in the game. Up 34-7, and for all intents and purposes, this one, you have to ride this one out.
Yeah.
So Levesque is on the near side of the field, and Geisenheiner as well.
Hanal keeps it himself, picks up 3 on the play,
tough
maybe
kid,
5.
Man. He's tough.
Yep.
For a sophomore, he can do some good things in the future.
I'll tell you, the sophomore team, and you got all those freshmen that are playing so well, you're going to see this team in a few years be really dominant
I think,
again.
Another 2 years, this could be a very tough team.
Second and 4 from the Crusaders' 42-yard line.
And all keeps it himself. Rolls to the top of the screen. He's got some running room. He's wrapped up.
14.
And he's
14 gets him, and then number 32 gives him the business.
And I can't believe. And is there a flag?
There is.
Yeah, that. You can't grab him and wrap him and fling him down to the ground.
14 made the tackle, and 32 Frankie Rodriguez gave him the business. That should be a personal foul against 32.
That'll be 15 yards. That'll hurt.
I don't think you do that when you're.
Well, let's see here. Typically, in high school football, when you get a personal foul called against you,
late hit,
they usually take you out of the game to show you that you shouldn't do that again.
15 yards on that one.
Yeah, and see, that's the difference between, I think, some coaches. Like Coach Huff, you'll get a personal foul, you're out of the game.
Yeah.
He takes you out.
Well, I think the Crusaders, I don't think they have much depth to be.
Just saying, sometimes a lot of coaches, they don't care about winning and losing. They just they're there to set an example, and I'm not saying anything disparaging about Memorial. I'm just saying some coaches do it differently.
Hinault to 23. Zach Picard.
Yeah.
Not just a kicker, but quite the running back.
He's also a sophomore.
He's a rugby player too, by the way.
He plays rugby probably with Josh White. Those rugby players, Scott, just put their head down and go north-south all day long.
Let's see, we got George Pierce in the game at right guard. Number 58 is in the game at center.
You got Cooper Flanagan, number 6, another sophomore.
Yeah. Cam Moquin is playing center. Number 52, Matt Dalton, playing right tackle.
Geisenheimer, 32. Right up the middle again. That's Picard. He's
about 3 yards shy of the end zone.
Yep. And Scott, this is good. It's just keeping the clock going. Keep that.
Second and goal from the Crusaders' 3-yard line.
Yeah, so you got. Yeah, we haven't called Cooper Flanagan's name, right? Number 6, he's in there. Sabolkin.
58 is Cam Moquin. Right up the middle to Picard. That's a touchdown.
Yeah.
That's 6 more points. That's a bit 40 on the board with 7:16 remaining in the game.
So there we go. You know what that means? 40 on the board.
That's going to be not quite running time.
No. I think that means you're taking us out.
Oh, not today.
Yeah, Alan.
I have things to do, my
Alan.
friend.
Isn't that the over-under?
Yeah.
Over 40 points for Goffstown. That's what I thought. I thought it was burgers at the trestle.
Well, listen, I think the person buying should have been told
I thought
there was such an event.
I thought it was burgers at the trestle if Goffstown scores 40 or more points. And Alan now has come up with some excuse about moving furniture.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
Wow.
I've never heard of such an
Plenty
excuse.
of leg on that ball on extra
It's
point.
like, excuse me, I know I can't go out after I'm moving furniture.
I'm literally moving furniture when I get home.
Yeah, come on. Someone like you got to pay people to do this.
I'm telling you.
This is unbelievable. Alan, open up the wallet.
You can pay people for that
No,
job.
Alan, open up the wallet. You got a whole football team. Throw them some 20s. They'll move the furniture for you. They're the high school kids. And you're going to wrench your back out?
I know. My back is already wrenched.
No, you're in the financial services business. There's a thing called disability income, right?
Sure.
Disability insurance. You're taking a risk, moving furniture, getting hurt, and destroying your livelihood or damaging it to move furniture when you
excellent
should
point.
open up the wallet and ask the memorial kids. Maybe they'll do it for you.
They've already had their spirits.
Number 7, Giovanni Hartford, and number 27, Tariq.
I'll tell you what. After the game is over, I'll try to get some kids for you. We'll get them over there. Buy them some pizzas, right? You'll be
Gibson
upset.
set to kick. Nice line drive one more time.
Spiral, too.
Yep. To Hartford. He's coming right to the sideline. Nice tackle by Hanault. Nice and low.
Hartford coming down I-84 hard.
Hartford coming right down.
He's built like a tight end.
Yeah. Now, you got your family helping you, I hope, with this thing, or what?
Yeah, we're unpacking.
Now,
we're moving
listen,
stuff at the downstairs.
But do you have dollies?
Oh, yeah, we got dollies and we got those moving.
The straps.
The straps.
The
are
straps.
fantastic.
Yes, they give you the
that
leverage.
has revolutionized the moving business, let me tell you.
Yeah.
Chiropractic business.
Oh, my gosh.
I can't believe it. Oh,
Coburn to Hartford. He lowered his shoulder into Hagar, but Hagar wouldn't let go of his ankle.
Hager was like a shoe salesman.
Yeah.
He grabbed onto that damn shoe.
He
right?
would
and that
not
was it.
let go.
That's it. He goes, "You're a size 10, and
Yeah.
I'm holding on to it."
Gain of 6 yards on
Wow.
the play. Second and
So speaking of moving, I had to move my. I think when kids are like in college, you're moving them
They
all
move
the time
constantly.
and that's one thing I don't like doing. I don't like moving.
Oh, Scott, I'm not looking forward to
It
this.
sucks. It's bad.
Hartford again.
He's
Getting
moving the pile.
momentum.
Yeah.
He's moving the pile. First down for sure. Keeps the ball on the ground. Keeps the clock moving.
tackle by number 66.
They're going to
But,
stop it
there's-
to move the chains.
There's a couple of things worse than moving, right? With furniture,
What's that?
assembling.
Oh,
That's worse.
my wife is dandy at that. She is
So
wonderful.
here's the thing, right? So
She's patient. She reads
yeah.
directions.
So you know what I do?
Oh.
It's called, so like we go to IKEA and we buy this stuff.
I leave the room.
You know what I do? No. I see how much it costs to assemble it. It's like $120 to assemble like all these pieces of furniture. I'm like, deliver it and assemble it. Done.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It takes you hours to do that stuff.
Fuller in motion. Little toss out to Noel looking for a pass. Has an open receiver. Trick play. That's Lafleur.
Flea flicker, and it
Touchdown,
works for
flea
Memorial.
flicker.
Highlight reel for
Wow.
Memorial there.
Excellent, exciting
What a great play
Good
for
job.
Memorial.
Excellent play for the Crusaders.
That will go on the highlight reel.
That was a great play.
Yeah, it was. It totally faked the
And
Goffstown
who
defenders
thought
out.
that Noel had
Had
the
an
arm
arm,
that he
yeah.
did? It was a little bit of a wounded duck.
Listen, you know what? They were saying, I guess it's live TV, they're saying they're giving us in the feed, like, stop talking about IKEA. There's a game going on.
Yeah.
And
all of a
certainly-
sudden, the Crusaders put it on the board.
they put up 7, or 6, I should say. Extra point.
Still down 20 plus points.
Number 11, Will Clark into
They're going to go for the extra point.
Will Clark, is that his name?
Yes.
Yep. Will Clark. You remember that name?
Punter.
No. Come on. Will Clark.
No.
Will Clark. Come on.
High
Ow,
snap.
and-
No, trick play. That's Noel running around the outside.
He's in.
going to put 2 on the board.
Yeah. You know Come on, Will Clark. Famous.
That's
Giants.
Yeah. San Francisco Giants. I think he's a Hall of Famer, isn't he?
I don't know.
Check it on your phone. I think he's a Hall of Famer. First baseman, I think. Great hitter.
My dad's giving me this.
Right? Great hitter. Well, I think your dad.
Scott, what was the score? The score was 41-7.
Yeah, and
then they just scored
a 2 point.
Yeah.
2 points. Yeah. 7 plus 8 is 15, Alan.
Yes, it is.
Yeah,
today it is. I couldn't. Well, no, the poll is there. I couldn't.
Listen,
it looked like it's 19.
I
from
know.
here.
Listen, it's everyday math. You learn about It's everyday math.
Yeah.
You learn about the lattice method. All those
The poll is cutting off.
Lattice is multiplication.
Lattice.
I know,
Oh my
I know.
God! Can you believe that lattice
The lattice.
multiplication?
Unbelievable. I remember looking at that stuff saying, how the heck can you do this? There's like 6 different ways to multiply. See, we're so old, we just had to do the multiplication tables, right?
Yeah.
That was it. Memorize them.
Memorize the table.
Memorize them.
6 minutes on the clock in the fourth quarter.
Kids like Broden, they give them like Twizzlers to add it and stuff, right? Like
Hagar deflecting. Picard picks it up. He's across the 40. He's down at the 42-yard line.
I tell you one thing, Memorial kids hit, man. They're not afraid to.
No, they'll knock it in.
Yeah.
Whoa. Okay, they lifted that kid right up.
Who lifted it up like that?
They just lifted him right off the ground. You see that?
He's not.
Somebody lifted him
Number
right
20.
off the
They
ground like he
lifted-
was a bag of potatoes.
Number 24, they lifted up, and I wish I knew his name, but we have to find him first on
Whoa.
this list. That would be Dennis Cote.
Wow.
Yeah, he's a 10th grader.
How much does he weigh?
I'd say about
Oh,
He's right here. There's our man right there. I think he's about 135 pounds.
Okay, number 16, freshman quarterback Peyton Strickland getting the quarterback duties. Sends it off to number 11 running east-west across the 40. Number 11 is Uzo Mapoyo. I'm going to love saying that name. Mapoyo, a freshman, and Strickland, a freshman, on the quarterback duties.
Mapoyo. That's a good name.
Mapoyo, that's a great name.
Strickland's a pretty big boy, man. How big is that kid?
Strickland is, what did I tell you?
He looks pretty big from here.
I told you, reminiscent of Casey Gervais.
He's the freshman quarterback?
Yeah, and he's in the shotgun looking to pass. He's a freshman quarterback. Mapoyo coming to the outside. Knocked out of bounds at the 35. Who's the freshman quarterback, Scott?
I don't know.
it's not.
It's not him.
It's not him. The freshman starting quarterback is out today. So Strickland is the backup, and he's playing Clarkson.
Does he normally play quarterback for the freshman or JV team?
I think he backs up the quarterback.
How many quarterbacks does Goffstown have?
I get we got like 17.
4 quarterbacks?
Yeah, we might have 17 quarterbacks. We have
Well, that's a good luxury to
Strickland
have.
in the shotgun. Keeps it himself right up the middle. Wow. Picking up a lot of yards on the play. He's going to be about 7 yards shy of a first down.
Go for it.
Yeah, why not?
Why not? Yeah, he's a big kid. I mean,
He is a big kid.
you're right. And Casey was what, like 6'4"?
Yeah,
I mean, he was
6'3", 6'4".
That'd be Matt Dalton.
Mapoyo. Love saying that name.
You'll be saying it for a while.
We're going to have a timeout.
No,
Grizzlies call it
I don't even
timeout.
see Mapoyo's number on here.
Number 11. See, somebody sorted in the first column A by number.
Oh, maybe it's on the wrong.
No, number 11.
It's not on his, but it's on yours.
Oh, I must have the wrong sheet.
Yep.
Because I didn't update my sheet from last week.
Got to go game day to game day, Scott.
Yeah, you're right. I'm guilty. of that.
4:26 on the clock.
Oh, there he
Grizzlies
is.
lead 41-15.
He's a freshman?
Because 7 and 8 equals 15. That's what we found out today. 7 and 8 is 15. So, Scott, do the math. 41-15. That would be 26 points, Scott.
Yeah.
See how quick I did that
Yeah,
math?
you did.
I carried the 1. I carried it and knocked off the 3, and then I brought it
And
down.
you're the guy figuring
Yeah.
out, like, annuities.
Yeah.
Come on. You're killing me.
Are you smarter than a 5th grader, Alan?
Oh, I love that show.
He's the guy who tells you that if you give me $50,000 now, I'll give you $4,000 of income when you turn 18, and then we'll stop it when you turn 36. He's selling you this stuff. Right, Alan?
Picard in the backfield behind Strickland. Oh, we got a fancy play. All right. It's a little punt. Oh, did it hit his heel?
No, it did not.
Wow, it looked like it almost hit number 9's heel. Let's get a replay on that.
Yeah.
Let's send this back into the studio.
Yeah, so basically, if you invest $10,000 right now, and then you defer it till you're 30, Alan will give you like $10,000 of income until you're 50, then it stops, and then he'll give you more money when you're like 70.
No comment.
Right? Oh, he can't talk about this stuff. I totally forgot. I am sorry.
No comment.
But I studied this in school, all right? You can make money.
Okay.
Coburn with Fuller. Coburn rolling to his right. Top of the screen, under pursuit. Quick little pass intercepted by Dennis, number 5
Now watch,
for the Grizzlies.
he won't show any emotion here.
That is Norwood Dennis. He's a junior, 6'4", 203.
He's not even smiling.
Yeah, he doesn't.
Oh, he doesn't smile?
No, he doesn't show emotion.
No what?
He did drop it.
Oh, I thought he had that.
I thought he did too. But last week, Alan, he laid somebody out. He's just he's just very emotionless.
A lot of new personnel on the field. I like to see that. Number 20 is on the field as well. That's Matt Beard. He's a sophomore.
Nice tackle.
Nice tackle for the Grizzlies, keeping the clock moving at 4
minutes. 73.
Wow, he's a big man.
Victor Kirch. He's also a sophomore. 6'3", 298. Kirchi.
Wow.
Kirchi.
What number? 73?
73.
Yeah, he's a big fella. Look at him.
10th grader.
Wow. How about who's across from him?
He's also
all 3 of them right there.
Yeah,
Look
they're big, man. They're big.
Is it 55?
55 is
Kyle Merrin, 6'1",
236.
What's the far number?
51.
Kozak, 6'3", 254.
Oh. Look at him. He just threw him down.
Oh, yes. And this time he gets it.
He got it.
Dennis gets this one. He's running towards the end zone.
And that's going to be a touchdown.
There's no flags. That's
Will he celebrate? Will he celebrate?
I don't know. I don't see emotion.
No, there's no emotion out of this kid.
Wow.
Look at him.
No,
he's just like, yeah, what's for dinner tonight?
Okay.
Yeah.
I got a touchdown.
Yeah.
Pick 6.
No big deal.
3rd interception of the game, Scott.
Yeah. Look at him, man. He's just like, yeah, whatever.
Scott, who was the quarterback? Number 19, right?
That was a great pick. Great anticipation.
Well, they went with the same play, Scott, and he almost had it prior.
I'm telling you, mark my words, that plays like that, when you're, in 10th or in 11th grade, that's what sets you up.
Sure.
It's that you want to relive.
Extra point is good for Gibson.
Yeah. You want to relive that stuff.
48 on the board.
So let's talk about who we're going to chat with. Who are we going to interview after the game here?
I'm going to let you interview today.
No, I can't do it.
Why?
I can't. I get stage fright.
No, you stop it.
I get stage fright.
We got to have our field correspondent.
Our field correspondent, Broden.
So maybe, Broden, you want to do it?
Yeah, I'll interview. I'll do the camera.
Yeah, so I'm thinking.
Yeah, there you go. We're going to do it.
So, Ty,
Ty's going to do the camera.
Here's what we do. No, everybody gets to pick. I'm going to get first pick. All right?
A player.
I'm the oldest guy here.
You mean a player?
Yes.
Okay.
And then, so we're going to pick 4 to interview. My pick is going to be Jarrett Hanault, number 3. Oh, that's my pick.
I'm going to go with Stinnett.
And Broden called Stinnett. He has 2 touchdowns.
All right. Go with Stinnett.
Right. So
that's
now you got 2 more to go.
Well, how many? We're not interviewing the whole team, right?
We always do 4.
It may be hard with live, but
Hartford on the clean catch, running up the field, hitting the sideline, knocked out of bounds by 27. That was Sabalkin. He's a senior.
Once we're done, go down and get them.
Yeah. So we know Stinnett, we know Hanault. Let's talk some defense here.
3 minutes on the clock. Clock is running, Scott, obviously.
No.
If we ask Norwood Dennis, I don't know if he'll say anything. You know what I'm saying? He's so unassuming.
Yeah.
Ty, if you pick him, then I think he might not say anything. He might say, like, hey, that was a great catch. What do you think? And he may be like, That was just my job.
That was my job.
That's my job.
I'm going to go defense, and let's go Cuddy.
We interviewed Cuddy last week.
Oh, okay.
Just so you know.
Okay. All right. Well, then, yeah, we got to spread it.
Let's think.
Who else had the interceptions?
How about
Colby Putnam had a good
how
game,
about Ben
too.
Dodge?
Colby Putnam had a good game.
Colby Putnam. Yeah.
Yeah.
Go with Colby Putnam. Good pick.
So we got Colby Putnam. And we got to pick an offensive lineman because the offensive line pushed these guys around. Dan Locke.
Dan Locke with that big hit. Yeah. Ask him about that big hit.
Ask him about the big hit.
You have to ask him about that hit.
Yeah.
Great block.
So those will be our 4.
Yes, good one. Locke, Hano, Putnam,
Hanault.
Hano.
Is it Hano? Hano?
It's like a French version. Hano. In honor of the Ryder Cup in Paris.
You're friends with this guy?
Hano.
You're
It's
friends with this
Hano.
guy?
It's a silent T. It's like a ballet.
Hanault.
Hanault. It's the same thing. I think you can go with the silent T.
Hanault. Hanault. And what about, is it, hold on. And you're saying that I'm mispronouncing, it's Teixeira.
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 Is it?
Jonathan likes it. Teixeira. His brother likes it.
I don't care how he likes it. It's matters how I say it. It's called Teixeira.
Well, what is it? I mean, we got to get it right.
Teixeira. Crusade is wrapped up at the line. Oh, boy. Oh, wow. That was a big body. Who did that? That was Kirsch. 6'3", 298. He wrapped him up. It looked like an amoeba, Scott. It's like all of a sudden, boom, gone. Swallowed him up.
Well, we know that the last remaining cupcake is going to go to the guys here, Ty and, right?
Yeah.
We're not taking it. That's you guys.
We're fine with that, I think.
2:30 remaining here in the fourth quarter.
We got to thank Broden and Ty, our cameraman and production assistant. We can't do these programs without them. Also want to thank Adam McCune, who's in the studio as we do this live broadcast. Big hole for number 23, tackled by number 37 for Goffstown. And that was Silvestri.
First and 10, Memorial at their own 48-yard line.
And in front of us, we've got number 19, Nolan Trottier, also a sophomore. Handoff.
Right up the middle. Doesn't make. Oh, yeah. You're not going to go through.
Boy.
Oh, my God.
Who's that big boy, man?
73.
73.
That's Kershey. Kershey. 298. You're not going to run through
No, it's
him.
like Kirchie is like the great American.
He's like Vince Wilfork.
Right.
You're not running through that guy.
Kirchie is. Kirchie is.
Kirchie.
Kirchie is.
Kirchie.
Right, like Hershey is. Kirchie. What?
Capos is out there.
Capos. Now look at Capos. How big is he?
6'3".
That's pretty intimidating. He has so much. Oh my God! Look at him! Oh my goodness gracious! Right? Oh my God!
Look, he's a monster.
Where did he come from?
Wow.
Where did Antonio Capos come from? 9th grader, 6'3", 260.
Look at the. You put him and Kirchie on the line.
Yeah.
You're not running the ball.
Yeah. What's going on?
They're not. No one's running the ball.
And now you got Liam Revez. Ravaz, right? He's out there, yeah.
Yep. His sister Emma plays field hockey. One of the captains this year.
Let's see Capo, see what he can do.
Oh, boy.
That was probably the best thing that could ever happen.
Yeah, that kid does not want to get tackled or fallen on by Capos.
So you got to figure if Capos is like this big as a freshman, right?
Senior year.
Can you imagine?
He'll be 6'6" by senior year.
This could be like
minimum.
6'6", 6'7", like 300 pounds or something, right?
He's still here senior year.
We're going to see Nick Saban visiting the school.
Yeah, if he stays here.
Yeah, you're right.
When you have that type of size, you know.
Prep school.
Yeah.
That brings us to the 32nd mark.
Sometimes they come a knocking, you know.
Might get one more play.
So I'm going to head down as soon as this game is over so we can get the 4 players. Oh, look at him. Oh, my goodness gracious.
Look at that pass rush. Great job by the freshman. closing things out.
Oh, my goodness.
That's with 6 seconds on the board.
Goffstown takes over 1st and 10.
All right, I'm going to head down.
All right, Goffstown's going to take over 1st and 10 with 6 seconds remaining in the game with a score of 48-15.
And I'm back.
Broden is back. Welcome back.
And I'll be back right after this for interviews.
Scott's going to head down and try to pick out the 4 stars of the game. It'll be a surprise. And
it won't be a surprise.
Oh, no, you're right. We announced it online.
About it.
Yeah, we were talking about it. You're right.
If you're watching the live broadcast, we will unfortunately not be able to bring you those interviews as we have wired connections. So we are sorry about that.
That's okay. They can catch it online.
The rebroadcasts of the game or the YouTube videos, you will most likely be able to see those.
And here are the Grizzlies. Strickland coming under center.
He's just going to take a knee.
Close things out. Folks,
and that's it.
Thanks for tuning in. That completes the coverage for GTV Sports on a beautiful Saturday afternoon. We'll catch you next week at Gill Stadium as we take on the Little Green of Central.